You're tuned into ArtGoon Radio, brought to you by UTB Worldwide. Download our app, available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It's just a lifestyle. Don't trip.
What it?
This is how I'm feeling right now.
Check it. I'm coming at you.
It's the man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent, but some of the ladies do call me Superman.
Nobody calls you that.
I'm so happy somebody
Thank you, Steve.
It's your boy Big Cali. And yes, they do. Okay?
Yes, they do.
And they definitely do.
Give me 3 names. This is like a back.
Barbara Walters, Diane Sawyer.
No.
Baba Walters?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Who is Baba Walters?
No idea who that is.
That's my grandma. Baba. I call her Baba. Baba Walters. Okay. Baba Waters.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Anyways.
Boy Kelly Kell back in the building.
And
Man. What's up, y'all?
It's your boy Ray Artgoon Stream, have Big Dog.
hey, man, we got a special guest here today. If you already heard his voice,
Special.
traveled many moons to get here.
The many moons of Endor. Look that shit up.
Mr.
Antonio, speak. Hello.
Let's go.
2020, it's Mr. Negrete.
Hey, we going back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Drop a bomb on that one, man.
We gotta get the checks. And then you just start telling random white people to call you Mr.
Mr. Antonio Negretti?
Negrete, we went to school together. It's Mr. Negrete.
It's Mr. Negrete.
It's Mr.
like that
Negrete.
shit.
And this is ArtGoon Radio, man. We feeling good, feeling great. Another one, man. And
Another one.
I mean, it's the mocks and the jokes before the show's even started. It's been
Non-stop,
crazy.
bro. It's non-stop.
It's been great, man. We just gonna go right into it. I'm just gonna start off with Reem, man. How's your past couple weeks been, man?
It's been good. Jordan, I think I'm peaking a little bit. And I'm not on no thizzle either.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
All right,
Okay.
I like drugs.
I do, mildly. I take them here and there.
Mildly drug use is nothing wrong with
It's
that.
good, I know when to time it. I don't do it all the time.
A little microdose. Yeah.
But you know what? You know what's going down on New Year's, baby? Something.
I'm doing Thiz. That's the time doing popping a Molly.
I probably am too.
I might just go old school and like do like a triple stack ecstasy pill.
Just do a triple stack on New Year's? Just take it back to 04?
I'm about to buy it from Hemet. I'm about to buy it from. I don't know. I'm just gonna buy an ecstasy pill.
An ecstasy pill from Hemet.
Got
Good
any
luck.
ecstasy for sale?
Yeah.
No, that's easy, bro. And him it.
Oh yeah, you could definitely
Just
find
walk
an
down the
ecstasy
street and
pill.
ask
right
about
on
it.
Florida. You can just walk right on Florida and you'll see it.
I'll be at some club and there'll be some Armenian in the bathroom selling it, and I will buy it.
I feel you.
Oh my God. But anyway, my
sorry.
bad, Reem. How's your past
It's been
couple
good.
weeks been?
Just been working and partying, man. I already told you how December gets, man. It just never stops, bro. It just never stops. I wish I could just
Sagittarius season coming in hot.
yeah. Oh wait, I thought you were talking about coming up. I was like, bro, that's
No, it was coming in hot.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
you kept
yeah.
going.
Yes, 100%,
Now Capricorn
bro.
season's coming up. We getting ready for ours.
cool, man. After New Year's, I'm taking a break, bro. Until my birthday, I'm just chilling out. But I've been doing a lot of working and a lot of partying, man. That's pretty much it.
Working and partying?
Yes.
Where the functions been at?
Damn, where did we go last week?
Where did we go last week? I hated that. Where did we go last
That
week?
last head.
That last. I'm so tired.
Big C, where did we go last week?
Damn.
It's too many functions for me to even remember, man.
Fiesta Village in San
That's
Francisco.
the village of Dino, yeah. That's where we went.
I can't.
You went to the fucking batting cages, didn't hit a goddamn ball.
Bro, I fucking hit that shit through the net. And I slid down the slide.
Hello.
No, I don't, bro, it's too many. I just can't even remember.
Oh, my
I'm be honest
God.
with you. I sound like I'm cap right now, but every single weekend I've been to a function.
I agree. I don't remember what we did last
since
week.
Halloween.
I'm going to come clean. I don't remember. It was
Then
that good.
you were with me, right?
Didn't y'all go to like a house function or something like that?
I don't know. That was dark. I don't remember.
Did we?
I don't remember. The impromptu party I did in Riverside that night.
Yeah, that was yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
Yeah,
one.
and we drank that we drank that jungle juice.
Yes, that was my first time in a while.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I gotta get my yearly jungle juice on, you know.
Oh my god, that was dark.
Once a year only.
Yep.
Too sweet, too hectic.
Too
I'm
hectic.
straight on jungle juice.
You drink,
Hey, it was deep. It was like call the Uber juice or some shit like that. It was called or some shit like that.
It was like 12 bottles of different things in it. It was like 3 alcohols.
Why do
and like,
people do that?
to get fucked up?
They want to get fucked up quick.
Yep.
The trio.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I said that so aggressive. Because they want to get fucked up quick.
Fucked up quick.
And that shit is always super sweet. And by the
Yep.
time like you drink one cup, you're like, oh, I feel great. And then you start a second cup, but by the time you get halfway through the second cup, you're drunk from the first cup.
Yep.
And then you just
Right.
It's just a
and
dark
then,
twisted.
yeah, and then you end up committing violence or
Slapping
black
Goofy
out.
off.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a 50% chance hangover if you drink a couple jungle
This
juice.
is just too sweet. Maybe
It is.
Maybe we're
Very
just
too sweet.
maybe we're just getting those like it's just too sweet.
Hey, I know.
it
So
is.
it
Doesn't
that's what
taste
I
good.
drink.
I can't get drunk anymore off sweet shit.
No.
I drink wine.
I can't do it.
I'm a wine connoisseur now.
That's all you drink?
And
What do you know about wine?
And some dog every now and then.
If I ask you questions about wine,
Go ahead.
are you gonna
I'll know what I'm talking about.
know.
really?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Cabernet and a Merlot? One is a dancer. One is a dancer. It's Cabernet
Hey,
dance.
it was no way to answer
And the
that.
other one,
You see the way his eyes went when that's what he said?
It has to be different grapes.
It has to be.
It's just different grapes.
there's only one type of grape.
Man.
It is, right?
Okay, I got a question. I got a wine question.
Okay.
Why should you hold the glass by the stem?
Oh, because it'll warm it if you put your hands
I
on
just
it.
wanted to see if at least you knew the G-rated stuff.
Yeah, man. Anyway.
Wine.
Oh, yeah, we
Don't
went
know
to,
nothing about it.
We went to a Speak show
Oh, that
the
was
other day.
yeah.
It was lit. Yeah, that's my second Speak show of the month, low key, bro.
Went to a lot of
You
speak
sound like a
shows.
big fan, my guy.
I am, bro.
It's very nice to meet you.
I was on the sideline cheerleading. Speak was fucking roasting me from the crowd this
he
past
did a
time.
10-minute bit in the middle of his show.
Yeah, started roasting me and Big C and
He
CJ.
said, all you doing up there is pressing but I'm DJing for him. He said, how you doing up there, Big C? I'm like, man, it don't matter. All you doing there pressing buttons, I'm doing all the work. It's true. It's true.
Where was the venue in Santa Ana?
At a warehouse.
At a warehouse, but it was like a swagged up warehouse. It wasn't
Very
like
swagged up.
a smoky downtown LA like meth warehouse. It was like
It had great parking. I
yeah,
felt
go
safe.
park.
Everything about it was lit.
They had arcade machines in there.
And they had
cool
popcorn
lighting.
for the free.
Yeah,
Yep.
popcorn. They had
Nice.
taps.
Beer.
It's
Tap some Modelo.
Yeah, tap. Like, they had a beer tap instead of like. Yeah, it was
It
nice.
was lit. So yeah, man. That was a good. All right, Kel. Moving with you.
Yeah, what'd you do, Kel?
Yeah.
Welcome back, first of all.
Appreciate it,
You
man.
ain't seen you in about, 3 months, 4 months or something. I don't know. A few episodes. You've been traveling the world.
You know.
Seeing what the Northwest, or Northeast, I say Northwest. That's for sure Seattle. Seeing what that Northeast looks like.
Yeah, man. Toronto was a vibe.
How was it,
cool.
man? Talk to me, man. How was that trip?
It was dope, man. Went on a little whim.
I'm about to say, yeah, the big question was who you were going with. Everybody was like, who you go? What'd you do? You just was like, fucking, I'm out.
I went solo. I woke up Sunday morning and was like, fuck it, I'm going. Left Thursday night.
Damn.
Bought the ticket Monday. Just said, fuck it, you know?
just like,
Yeah, I mean, I met a girl last year in Cali, and she
Now
was
we're
from
getting to the
Toronto.
details.
now we're getting to the truth.
And she invited me, but she never gave me like an exact date. So I just told her like, hey, I'm pulling up this weekend. All right. And then I seen her Friday, but I didn't see her the rest of the time. And I was there till Thursday or Friday morning till Monday night.
Damn.
So it was cool, man.
Damn.
So talk to me about going through the custom exchange in Canada, because I have my own experience of going to
Hey,
Fuck
man.
Speaks here too.
Yes.
He was there.
I'm so happy
he
he's
was
here.
there for the play-by-play of the
Yes.
Canada trip.
Yeah.
So how was your custom?
We'll get
I'll
into
tell you
that.
about mine in a minute, but how was yours?
And I'm gonna fact check him too.
This was my first international customs experience, right? And when I walked up, I went through the first little security. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Wasn't even that bad.
That was like TSA. You just walked
Bro,
through real quick,
I must
put your
have
bag.
went through like the back into this other room. It had to be like 50 people in this line. I was just like, what line is this? So I went around like, this ain't my line. I went around and then dude was like, yeah, partner, you gotta go back there. And I'm just like, I gotta wait in this shit? He's like, yeah, man. It was like a fucking Disneyland line, bro. It's crazy.
Did they ask you what you were being here? How long?
Yeah, they asked me like what I was doing here. All those kind of questions.
Yeah, that's what they did to me.
Dude almost forgot to stamp my damn passport too.
He almost forgot?
Yeah, well, he low-key forgot. Then I looked at it, I was like, oh, no, I need my stamp, bro. It's this big black nigga.
You look like Big C?
He actually did on the low. He doesn't have glasses.
You know what's crazy though, Kel, is if you were with me,
yeah,
you would have had to definitely get a mandatory search.
I heard, bro.
Because last time I went to Canada was my first tour, first time traveling, and I keep looking at Speak because I know he's just ready.
I'm ready to. Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm just ready to go.
I'm just thinking. I'm just
sorry,
listening.
I got back.
I'm confirming and
Look.
I'm just fact checking.
This is the one and only tour that I did not go on to. So only Speak can confirm this information.
It was pretty deep. So look, we all go there. We're going up the little like customs part, the little part where you drive through, and they're like, all right, who you rappers, whatever, you got merch, what's up? Get out. Everybody get out, we're searching. So they search us, they bring the dogs on us, and then they fucking smell his shorts. Okay. He had the Loud Pack shorts. But no Loud Pack in it. Just the Loud Pack shorts.
That's because those fucking canines probably smelled the scent of the love I was making the prior night.
I hate that. I hate it. No, but
it was
look,
tour life.
It was tour life.
Got some C's, hop in the bus, a shower when we get to the next town. So those dogs definitely smelled the passion of a real man.
The passion of a real man.
But continue with your story. I had at no point any drugs on me.
No, he did it. So they go through all our shit, and then they finally look in my bag, and I had like a CVS pill capsule that I had like ibuprofen in it.
Damn.
But then I forgot. At one point, I dumped all the pills out and just used it for weed like a couple weeks ago before the trip.
What pills? Just ibuprofen?
Ibuprofen, 800 milligrams.
Flintstone vitamins, the gummy ones,
So then,
some Tums.
Tums is the word. So then, after all that, they search it, they look, and then they see residue of marijuana, like maybe like a 0.2. Okay, so then they put me in a room. And then they put me aside. They're like, okay, well, we could deport you because you're trafficking marijuana through like international borders, woo. And they're like bringing up my record. They're telling me, oh yeah, we know you're in Moreno Valley. We know you went to this high school. We know you went to this. Like they knew all of everything already. And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, I don't get in trouble. I wasn't none of that. I was just like, well, it's over. I'm going to jail. I'm about to do hard time. It's done. I'm over. And I was like telling them, they let me go back out with them, and I was just telling them
because he started singing like a.
sounds like a
I
snitch
can't
job.
lie. I wasn't there, but I heard that you were in a cop car.
wait, that was in Iowa.
Oh, you were with the feds the whole tour.
That was in Iowa? I thought that was in Toronto.
No.
So
Toronto.
let me tell you what I think happened in Toronto. I think
Thank you, Steve.
you called to the board. I think you called ahead to the Border Patrol.
I called Aubrey Graham.
You called ahead to the Border Patrol. You told them to save yourself that you were in a vehicle with all of us, and then when they pulled, they smelled it on me, whatever they smelled on me or whatever. They didn't pull none of us aside. They pulled you to the side, and I think you told them everything they wanted to know.
What did they want to know, Sweet?
I don't know.
The
minute, all I know is the minute you got to the back room, you turned into Big C69 and you started telling on everybody.
Yep.
No, the truth is,
Let me tell you what happened in ninth grade. You went all the way back. Now we all get flagged when we go to Canada.
no,
because
I
you
got flagged, and then now it's a mandatory search for whoever's with me or with
You
me.
didn't get flagged because you have done nothing wrong. you have a clean record, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
As a whistle.
So and you sacrificed you're me, fuck everyone else, me.
This is the narrative right here.
You sacrificed everyone else's well-being, so because they intimidated you. They did the good cop, bad cop thing. They're like, oh look, do you want a bagel? Do you want a donut? And then you're like, yeah, I'm so hungry. We've been driving 8 hours, and then they fucking probably like burned a cigarette in your forehead. And you're like, it was fake. It's Cassius. It's everyone. In my eyes, you snitched out me. You snitched out CJ. You snitched out Smoke Dizza. You snitched out the Flatbush Zombies and everyone else we were with.
Is that where you're going with?
That's my final answer.
I'll take the bet on that.
Because now
too.
I can't go to.
as well.
Because now I can't go to Canada.
Damn, really? Weren't you just in Canada?
No, I haven't been to Canada. I haven't been to Canada in years.
You can't go back?
Don't let him.
I cannot go back.
We're not pushing that narrative.
I cannot go back.
We're moving right along.
You out here snitching.
I did not snitch.
So what happened in that back room?
I'm trying to explain.
Maybe you didn't snitch.
I did not snitch.
See, but that's just a clever way of getting around it now. Now you'd be like, I didn't snitch. I did a deal. What kind of fucking deal did you do?
They looked at the package and they told me they're gonna let me off with a warning, and they put a flag on my record for the 10
A warning for what did you do to
because I
get
had
the
a
warning?
0.2. I had a 0.2. And it was like below whatever the limit is where you can like press charges. Anyway, like T.I. says, you can pull my record. You can go ahead and look it up. I got paperwork in Canada.
Damn.
Go on and pull it up. And in Iowa, when I was in the car, that's when I was driving the van and I was speeding, trying to get there quick. And I still got a ticket out there. Probably a warrant at this point. That's why I'm never going to
We
Iowa.
were in the middle of fucking Iowa, which is one of the worst places on earth.
Confirmed.
Iowa has to be one of the worst places on earth.
Yep.
I mean, if I had to make a list, it's like in no particular order. It's like fucking like Saudi Arabia, Paris, California, like
Detroit,
Iowa, and
Detroit is definitely up there.
Why Saudi Arabia?
and like fucking like Dagestan or something, like some country where like they wrestle sheep and bears. Like it's up, Iowa's up there with like that level of just lawlessness. And the cops pulled you over.
They pulled me over.
They pulled you out.
And they pulled me out the car. And then because it was windy outside, and they were trying to get my stuff. They're like, look, just come in the car and sit down. So I sat in the front seat of the car. Very
he was
rare.
in the front seat. Who gets put in the front seat of a cop car?
Seat of a cop car.
He was in the.
I have never heard that in my life.
He was in the front seat
It's
of a cop
how
car.
you talk.
I've
It's
never heard
all
that.
in how you
No.
talk. I was calm. I was respectful.
He wasn't cuffed. He wasn't nothing. Just spilling all the
C.
business.
BC, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Officer Sizzle.
Officer Cobbs.
Officer Cobbs. That sounds like a cop ass name.
Yep.
I hate that name. I hate Officer Cobbs. So
Officer
bad.
Cobbs.
Are you a federal informant?
Are you the Federales, Big C?
No, I'm not.
Do you work for them?
No, I'm not. But I do have something to say.
I love and support the police. Blue lives matter. Blue lives matter.
No, I know how to talk in situations. I was raised by very respectable parents that taught me how to speak to the police. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Here's my ID. Here's nothing. You know, I know the procedure. I know how to work through situations. Yes. And it's all how you talk.
Yeah,
but it's not about snitching because there was nothing to snitch about.
We're just giving you a hard time. We didn't have no drugs in the car. There was nothing to snitch about.
It was nothing to snitch about. There was no drugs in the car besides marijuana, and it was mostly mine. Probably majority mine. So I can't snitch on that. And it was no felons. For the most part. No, I didn't think about was there any felons for the most part.
But even the fact that like you have to put on like a voice to like talk to law enforcement in this country. That's just like, and they can still like shoot you in the face anyway and get away with it.
Ready for that.
That's like we make jokes about it, but like real shit. Like the cops pull like white fucking flat top cops pulling you over in fucking the middle of Iowa and taking your homie to the back of the car, like something serious. Like we make jokes about, but like, but that's crazy, right? Because like you have to be like, yes, sir, no, ma'am. But do you see like these videos of like these like white kids, the way white people talk to cops?
Yeah,
they swing on cops. You stupid fucking pig, I hate you. and like they just get handcuffed or tased. They don't get shot up. They don't. Like they get away with like all this shit.
And every time a mass shooting or something happens, and it's like a white person that does it. They show like the most beautiful picture of him, like in the news, like
him and his family.
Yeah, him
Christmas.
and his family.
Yep.
A black dude throws a banana pudding at somebody, and they show freaking the craziest, darkest picture of him in the club, blacked out.
Yeah.
Like, so I get it, man. It was.
They put like his photo from like his college spring break. Him,
Yeah.
like, eating some
He
white
murdered 30
white
people.
girl's ass. Like, he was like, look at this crazy.
Oh my God, that's deep. That's deep, man.
that's crazy.
But now, man, we just totally ambushed your whole
Hey,
thing. That was a
Big
fucking
C,
rabbit hole.
thank you for
no,
coming
that's-
clean, bro.
I hate you. Bring it back. Thank you, coming clean.
No,
Nah.
Toronto was a vibe, man. Like what I will say is the food scene out there is really, it's probably the most fire I've seen
This is a fact.
because it's so authentic.
What
out
were
there.
you eating out there? Talk to me.
Bro,
Like,
I
what
had-
was your
I had-
lineup?
Well, first of all, I had the best ribeye I ever had in my life. At
A ribeye? You?
at this bistro.
You don't even
bro.
eat beef like that.
I don't, bro. But I went to the
Best
spot
cut.
and it was known. Best cut for
He
sure.
had to throw that in there from like the 6 months ago. There's argument between ribeye and
Yeah.
New York strip.
yeah,
I'm
you're
going with the ribeye. Bro.
ribeye.
And it's funny. I was talking
Still.
to the chef, and I was telling him like my boy Reem would love this spot. And when he comes next time with me, he has to pull up.
I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
No, so I looked at the menu and I was like, "What's the best thing you guys have here?" And dude was like, "This
Real
right
nigga.
here."
That's
You
what I'm
already
talking
know.
about. That's that fat player approved way of ordering.
You know what I'm saying?
He was on vacation.
feel me?
Vacation.
He was
That's how you
like,
do it.
This right here, and it was the ribeye, 68 too. And I was like, okay,
You
had to
spent
do
the
it.
70 for just a steak.
It was steak, fries, because that's what they were known for. Like that French little connection of steak and fries, with the salad, and I forgot what the little thing is called, little thing, forgot. But anyway, he didn't even season it. Bro, all he put on that shit was pepper and salt, and that was the best.
It was just
ribeye.
the cut of the meat
It
and
was
like how it was cooked had to just be like
Fire.
amazing.
And you already know I got it the medium rare.
I was gonna ask that.
Come on, man.
Reem was coming in hot with that question. I saw that in
You
his
see, my,
eyes.
you see my mouth go.
Come on, man.
Can I have a medium well, please?
Come on, man.
Well
No,
done
but,
with A1.
But and then I went to these two Italian spots. The first one was called Buca, and the other one was called Soto Soto. Soto, I guess is like Drake's restaurant, or like he endorses it. So I had
Does he just run Toronto?
He does, bro.
Like when you go out there, is it just like a Drake billboard as soon as you land
He
in
does,
the airport?
and shout out the homie Kojo I met at a Nomad boutique in Chinatown. He
Okay.
put me on like the whole Toronto wave, like, and it's funny. I got into a hoop debate
Of course you did.
because I was in his boutique and we were talking for like an hour. Then his friends came, so we
Serge
started talking.
Ibaka, Tim Duncan.
Bro, the way Drake talks, he's stupid. The way Drake talks that little like Caribbean thing,
Yeah.
everyone talks like that up there. And everything is
Damn.
mans. Yo, man, I see mans last night.
Man's thing.
Man's thing, you know? You don't know mans? I was
Man's
like,
thing.
damn. It was
It's
it was
so
cool,
lit.
man.
All the Toronto heads piss me off because they swear like Kawhi Leonard is their guy.
Oh, bro.
I was like, bro, he played for you guys one season.
Yeah.
He's more of a Spur than anything.
Yeah, honestly.
like real shit. Like, no, but the way they claim him, I see it
For
online.
sure.
Like, man, come back to the city. I was like, I understand you guys are very thankful he brought you here, but he came and he went.
Right.
Like,
It's over.
He's
And
a
he
mercenary,
told me,
bro.
He told me when
Like,
in
he's
the
not
summer-
yours.
in the summer after they won the ship, right? And then
Yeah.
he came back to have a meeting with the front office of the Raptors.
Yeah.
They said he told me that the whole city, right? There was helicopters following him, and on everyone's TV, no matter what you were watching, they stopped it and had Kawhi. Like, Kawhi just got off the plane. He's pulling up to the arena right now for the meeting. Like, bro, the whole country.
Do
This shit was crazy.
you think maybe that was part of his decision not to come back because he's so low key, like he all of a sudden like an A-list star, like
Yeah.
in another. I mean, it's North America, but you're in another country and
Yeah.
like you're the
That's
champion
a
of
lot.
that country.
Literally.
Yeah, that's
It ain't
probably
just the
too
city, it's
much
the whole
for him.
country.
He probably didn't like that.
Yeah,
shit.
he
I
didn't.
don't think he liked it to that extent, especially like after they won.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like crazy, bro. Like he was getting treated like a king.
He
Like-
would have. Didn't he have like a free condo?
And it was real, bro. Like, dude, people told me like he could eat anywhere for free. He can obviously work out anywhere. And he could stay anywhere. Family members can stay anywhere, bro. Like the whole city gave him
They were gonna do anything to keep him.
everything, bro. It was crazy.
You think he still eats for free?
I believe so.
Well,
I
Yeah.
do.
well,
Honestly.
they went back to play in Toronto last week. And like they had like Kawhi appreciation night and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so they
That's
still
so
hold
tight.
the Canadians are nice, bro.
Right, and I not to prolong it, but
You're good.
I met this dude, right? He's the director He's the vice president of development for the Raptors and the Blue Jays. I met him at the bar of my hotel, right?
Yeah.
And we ended up having dinner the next night at Soto Soto. As soon as we get out the Uber, I see Van Vliet. Is it Van Vliet? Fred Van Vliet.
Fred Van Vliet.
I never could say. I never could say his last name. Van Vliet, Fred Vliet, Kyle Lowry,
Van Vliet.
and Siakam. They just walk out with their girls, right? I'm just like,
Damn.
oh, okay. So I tell them, congrats, man. Y'all really did that, the whole thing. I tell them I went to the same high school as Kawhi. I'm from Cali. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool, cool. As soon as I walk in, go up, tell the waitress, I'm like, to tell her my name from my reservation. She's like, we had to give your table away, but what we can do is pull you up upstairs. I didn't know what upstairs was.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs. As soon as I walk up, there's nothing but women in fur coats.
That's
That's
tight.
what I'm talking about.
And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on up
I
here?
love you got to the boss's table.
Bro, it's like only like 6 tables. Everyone's in fur coats and suits. It's a little bar. I ended up talking to the little bartender and this like old Italian dude from Brooklyn. And bro, we
so
talking
lit.
about in this middle-aged white lady. We talking about dating, the dating scene in LA and Toronto, bro.
She was looking for somebody.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
Right?
Next thing I know, fucking my nigga Serge Ibaka pulls up with his girl. Like
Serge
it
Ibaka.
was a vibe in there, man.
Big dogs is out.
Shout out Soto Soto. I'm pulling up every time. Shout out Jennifer. She's my bartender.
Let's go.
Man.
I love it.
I got to go out there to Toronto, man. I haven't been
Yeah.
out there in
Next year, man.
years,
They love you out there. Snitch.
Big C go tell him every day.
Yeah. You, Kawhi and Drake run the city. You know, like when you drive down like the freeways in California, they got like the billboards with like the join the sheriff's department. They got that with Big C. Join the Canadian Mounties. Bro, you with the Mounties, bro.
I can't freeway.
You have to pull up.
Hey,
we
man.
just can't go on the same flight.
Yeah, we just ain't going on the same flight.
just come
I
at
will
different time.
never go with Big C.
Yeah, bro.
Anywhere.
Hell no.
Anywhere.
No, I'm just
Oh my God.
we carpooled here. This is a joke.
No South and no Canada though. I'm not going to the South with you either.
Why you not going to the South with me?
Cause you be having so much loud and smelling like weed everywhere, bro.
I smoke
I already
everywhere I'm
got
at.
dreads
Hey,
and tats.
yeah, bro. The weed line to
Uh-huh.
get into Toronto was crazy, and I was thinking like, if Big C came with me, it'd have been the longest wait for this nigga. It was so long.
Wait, they had a weed line?
Yeah, because like out there, you had to get your pass. You had to go on this computer thing. But for the people who were trying to bring weed in, you had to go in that line. I was like, hell
Oh, so
no.
I could bring weed into Canada?
Oh, you can. Yeah, it's legal now.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Well, I will for sure catch an earlier flight, wait in that line, and
Thank you.
But they might stop your ass. 'Cause
you know what? I'm not even fuck with them.
Well, you could just buy some when you get to the country.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
but-
about to say, because they were so strict on us bringing anything in there. But then once we got in there, they had better drugs or anything than we could
Yeah, we were
possibly
smoking
have.
with all the white boys.
Yeah, they had the
right.
flame out there in
Really?
Toronto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, really
I was,
good
I was
weed.
like, why y'all worried about me? Y'all got this shit already.
it's
Like,
everybody was telling me like 'cause when they found out I was from Cali, they were like, "We got Cali Kush, we got it." It's
of course,
here.
of course.
And they only had like 3 dispensaries in the whole city, though, and they closed like at 10. So unless you're not getting it from the street, you got to get it from there.
So,
Oh, my
Kel, was this the most money you spent on food in 1 week?
Great question.
Yes.
Did you buy any shoes?
No.
Damn, that's a
You
rare.
went to Toronto and didn't buy
That's
any
rare for
shoes?
Kel.
I bought.
They got some good boutiques out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought a jacket and 2 shirts, like a button ups. So yeah,
You're so
just
grown.
just because only because though, because when I first got there, I forgot to tell Wells Fargo that I'm going out of the country, and I had to take money out. And you know when you get money, when you try to get U.S. currency back, it's less. You know what I mean? So I just spent it out there. I had
Got it.
$250 and just said fuck it.
Yes.
That makes sense. That
You know
makes
what I mean?
sense. Well,
Well,
my niggas speak.
what? What the fuck?
What do you want?
What the fuck do you want?
You here, man?
Yeah, it's good
Finally
to be here.
got on the show, man.
I know,
Feeling
we've
good,
been-
feeling great.
We've been trying to coordinate for some time, but every time I come in, it's always like I'm here for like a show or like like a radio thing or something.
Exactly.
Like I try to come in, minimize the cost.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No, you feel me? Like get the job done and then like bounce.
Exactly. Hey,
So,
man. No, I feel you, man.
Just
I appreciate you,
traveling
man.
light, man. So we finally coordinated it. We've been trying to do it for like a year or so. So
You know,
Fred,
you know
here
what's
we are.
rare about this?
Oh, this is pretty fire.
You know what's rare about this table?
What's rare?
We all went to Valley View High School.
Damn.
you know what's even more rare?
What?
how much I hate you.
They have a beef. I don't know what Reem and Speak's beef is.
Me and Speak have had beef, lifelong beef. Maybe since we were born.
Yeah.
It was just destiny.
We're just
That's
there's that
too
person you just hate, and that has to be, that could be one of your best friends, but also your worst enemy. And that's,
Oh my God.
and that's the kind of relationship we have.
Yes.
Where and then so you literally we all started out at Valley View. I'll
Yes.
just start from there.
Valley
man.
who? Valley View.
We all started at Valley View. And when I first seen you, you were like one of the ambassadors of hip hop in Valley View, I would say. Between you, Feo,
Manuel.
after after one would walk around with a big fro
Yeah.
and
And a
a big
boombox.
and a
He
big
looked
boom
crazy.
box.
That was my boombox.
I remember Speak in like he would wear like a crew neck with like a collared polo under it.
Yeah.
He had like his little Mexican
Like the De La Hoya cut.
You know what I mean?
A lot of LA, fucked up hairline, crazy fade, like a lot of gel at the top.
only on the top.
I had a very,
Ready.
very, very Mexican haircut.
I remember him freestyling because at Valley there was a specific little like block where everybody used to bag,
Yes.
everybody used to kick it,
Yes.
freestyle.
It was dangerous.
I remember specifically
So dangerous.
hearing Speak, formerly known as Negretti,
Yes.
somebody just
Negrete.
throwing out words from a dictionary, him just rapping and rhyming words and shit. I was just like, what the hell? Like, he's a real fucking battle rapper.
I was a real fucking rapper.
Really?
And now I'm now I'm washed.
I've even seen Speak battle a blood in bro.
I battle. That's why when I talking my shit, I'm like, bro, like I used to battle like Bloods and
Yes.
Bloods and Crips and like Cholos and
Yes,
and kill their shit so bad like them and them homies would be like waiting for me after my class. Like, oh, we have to fight now. Cause I was like, bro, it's just
rapping nigga.
yeah. I was like, bro, you wanted to do it. Like when you're young and dumb, like ain't no one trying to get like ripped to shreds in front
Exactly.
of their little girlfriends or their whole crew, have your whole crew laugh at you. So it would escalate quickly. And sometimes there was fights and I liked fighting too. So it's all a setup. It's like, okay,
definitely a setup.
it's all a setup. Like, oh, you're mad? We can fight. You won't win that shit either. Like, cause I,
If you get ripped and then you get beat up, that is the ultimate.
but then it got so bad. Like people used to like high school, and those are like small little universes, and then there's like all these other, schools that, you kind of like hear, oh, someone's like good at this school. Someone's a good ball player at this school. Someone's a good rapper
Before
at this
social
school.
media.
Yeah. It's super crazy, right? And then like it got to the point like people from like other schools would like pull up to like our school afterwards, like
Where's
like,
Negretti at?
looking for me. I'm in fucking honors English, bro. Like I'm in class right now. It's like always just like made music. It's so weird to be like, oh, like I don't know. It's just always been a thing.
When was like
that,
one of
I
your
did.
first tapes you actually made? Like, what was your first project that you put out that you're like, this is my body of work that I'm making as a rapper? When was that?
I mean, me and like Manuel and me and like After One and like Nevin, like we had like our little group in high school, but that was just
So
for, like,
Rock affiliates?
Yeah, but that was just for like
Very rare.
and like, but
that
like,
was the first
those
record?
are like songs, like they're like, even if they're like not like really like looking back on it like good songs,
Mhm.
they're like the rough structure is there.
Right.
Like, okay, like here's a chorus, here's a bridge, here's like where the verse goes. At least there's like an attempt. I mean, like you don't really like figure it out, but probably because I mean I was always like making shit, but like probably not until like 2011. That was like when like the Inside Out Boy thing. I was like, okay, this is like these are songs. This is like a real project.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like this feels like a real project. And then like you get like booked shows, and then like you start seeing it like on fucking like blogs and websites, like major, like you know what I mean? That's like now it's like whatever, because like we've done all that stuff, but like in like 2011, like when you're still trying to figure it out and get like your
That's huge though.
it's a big thing.
For
Like
a lot of people,
bro, I used to feel like take pride in it, not like you take pride like, okay, I made like this shit that's so tight that it's on fucking Vice, it's on Complex, it's on like, that's like, you know what I mean? Like that's when it starts to feel like real, when other people like start I'm saying it like a lot. It starts to feel real when other people are taking notice of it and giving you like props for it. Like recognition. You feel like, okay, this could be something.
Right.
So, but probably like Inside Out Boy. But I was always like, ever since like 2005, always like making music, always making beats.
Right.
I just don't think I came into my own until like 2011.
When did
Okay.
you start recording? Did you ever record anything in middle school?
No, but like I was always like
Poetry and shit?
no, not poetry, like writing stories, like
Okay.
like I documented a lot of things. Like I just have like a fucking crazy person, napkins and pieces of paper. I'm just writing thoughts and ideas. And
Yeah.
like I think my parents still, like in my parents' house, they probably still have some of just notebooks, not even like raps or like poetry, just you look back and he's like, oh, this is a psychotic teenager. This like look like if I were to like look at those notes, I'm like, oh damn, I was probably like really like mentally ill or depressed or something. And like, you know, like
Yeah.
our generation, that's like that's not an option.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's definitely in that time period.
It's not
Nah.
an option. It's just there's it's either like you're good, you're bad, you do your homework. Like
There was no, I'm just trying to figure it out, or I'm just out here.
Now, like online, there's discourse about, you know, like seeing, like we've all seen fucked up shit.
Right.
But seeing, like when young people see fucked up shit or they experience fucked up shit, there's like, you know, at least they have like the online platform to talk to other people who've experienced it and
Yeah.
relate to it.
Yeah.
Like the trauma or depression, because that's
Yeah.
like that's the thing amongst young people. You know, it's a transitional time and stuff.
Mhm.
So maybe music was like my way to like cope
Right.
with it, or being good at rapping and getting attention at school.
Yeah.
Like, I could get
If
attention.
you listen
I
to
could
your
like
music, you say you go through a lot of like things where you talk about your own mental growth and mental going through things and just lashing out, but not really lashing out. I don't know how to even
it's probably,
form it.
it's
Or like,
probably, I mean, it's probably some form of like mental illness, you know, like.
but I hate that word. I
talk to-
hate saying it like
I talk
that.
to a
'cause-
therapist, or not even like, you know, I don't think, but that's. I'm trying to think how to word this properly. I mean, maybe it's not even like so much like I'm ill, or just trying to learn how to cope and process things that happened in the past, things that are happening now,
Right.
in your emotional state now, your mental state now. You know, just learning how to do like, what does it all mean? Why is this affecting me like this? Why is it when it's rainy and cold for, you know, all week, I get sad for no reason? I don't want to leave the house.
Yeah.
Why did I just think about something, you know, horrific that I saw when I was a teenager, and, you know, it's affecting me now? You know, you got a lot to like, especially if you don't have like those resources when you're younger.
Mhm.
You have to, you know, it's unfortunate, but you have to like come to terms with it and start unpacking it and trying to understand it in your adult life.
I feel like personally,
Some
like
people don't.
as an
nah,
artist, like I realized like a little bit later on in life, like I'm kind of lucky because I have an avenue of like being able to express myself emotionally, you know, where some people don't. They just may go home stressed out.
That's
And,
crazy.
and they just
Punch a
like
wall.
they just bunch a wall. They just go to sleep mad.
I love punch a wall.
I could
That's never a
paint,
good
or he
option.
could fucking make a song. you know?
Exactly. When would you say that you started probably digging in deeper and like looking in? Would you say it was probably around this time where you moved and went out to like left your comfort zone or even Moreno Valley to LA? Or would you say it was from the time from going to LA to like Mexico where
Well,
you started?
I think
doing
I started to like unpack it around like 2013, like the Gnarly Davidson time, just trying to kind of like understand those songs, because that was also like a crazy transitional period where like you're like ghostwriting and you're in the middle of this whole like weird industry thing that's like bigger than you.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, you know, but you're not getting the accolades, you're not getting the kind of pay that the people you're writing for is getting.
Mhm.
You know, like you feel you're being told that, oh, you should just be a writer, there's no value in you as a solo artist or this and that. So that was a lot too. So I started to like unpack a lot of that during the Gnarly Davidson time. But then but definitely moving to Mexico was like the next phase, and kind of
Right.
like understanding like who I am or what I want to say or what do I want to convey through my art. But I think the traces, even going back to like Inside Out Boy, whatever, it's there. You just kind of have to
It
to
just
dig.
build and build
Yeah,
and
because
build.
I think that's the beauty of it. Like
Right.
that's what makes the stories interesting. That's what makes the songs interesting is figuring out who you are, or trying to figure out the world around you. And
Yeah.
always asking questions and peeling back like the layers of, whether it's like your emotional state, your mental state, your romantic relationships, whatever it is, just trying to decode all these things that happen.
But to be able to communicate all that in such a way of making slaps and making beautiful love songs and making songs, because you're saying all these messages and you say them throughout your music.
Yes.
But it's almost like, which is why I always appreciate artists, and y'all, I grew up with you guys. So I noticed y'all like will go through stuff, and then the more shit we went through or y'all went through in y'all personal lives. Like I seen, couch surfing times, and I seen not having money times. And I also seen when people was getting signed, and the first time people was getting checks, and I saw the music, but the music, you always knew how to like, okay, this is what I'm going through, this was happening, this is what it is, and communicating that. And that's why I even have, that's why ArtGoon Radio is here, for artists to have that forum to talk and get those thoughts out, because that process is crazy to me.
Sometimes I worry, like, am I being too personal? Am I digging too deep? Is anyone gonna like understand what I'm trying to say, or like the feeling I'm trying to like translate? Sometimes I think like, okay, like are people like do they just hear it and like, oh, that sounds cool, the beat's cool, it's like swaggy, or like, or like, is the message getting lost in like the persona and
it's probably a little bit of both.
A little, yeah. Because I don't think anyone could like truly understand, right? Like, what someone is going through. Like, we're all human, and like, okay, happy, sad, joyful, depressed, this, like we all have like these like common like emotions. We all have like these common. Everyone experiences like emotions, but no one's experience is the same.
Exactly. Well, I think it's just like when I see Reem paint some of his portraits or some of his pictures that he does, like even this, like, or
I want to tear that down so bad.
Or it's even
just, when he looking at me with its tongue out. I want to punch it. I want to set fire to it. I want to run through it like the 1989. I'm coming out the tunnel for the Super Bowl. I just want to. I want
so much hate.
Do you know that
I want to shoot steroids and run through?
You know you would curse yourself forever if you did that speak. What? You would curse yourself forever if you did
Your
that.
magic's not real.
But no, what I was saying is just like, because he'll paint something, and I've seen people come into the mansion or come to his art shows, and they'll look at something and they'll have an emotion to it just by looking at his painting. And then someone else, you'll look at it and be like, I want to tear it down, I want to burn it.
I like his
and
work.
then he'll look at it and they'll have something. But I think art in general is all perspective to the person. And I think as an artist, that part of anxiety of wondering like how people are going to react to it is the battle, because you don't know, because people, you can put out a song that you felt was some kind of way, and I'll hear it and I'll be like, bro, this shit slap. You like, Big C, but do you hear what the fuck I'm talking about?
I think art means different. Art means different things to different people, and it touches them. Everyone, it touches everyone differently, and that's one thing that's like totally out of your control, and like that's when I stopped being like reluctant about, I don't want to put out music or this and that. I was like, because for a while I was like, oh, well, no one's gonna get it anyway. What's the point, man? I'm doing it for myself. But once you put that shit out, once you have your art show and you're showing all your work, once you put on all your music, your new album on Spotify or whatever it is, that is. It almost doesn't belong to you anymore.
Nope.
Even though it's yours. That's crazy.
Dark. It's like your baby. Like you work on it all day, live and die by it, and then here you go.
Yeah, but it's gonna soundtrack everyone's life differently, and it's gonna apply to like different situations to different people. Like different people are gonna apply it to different situations, and it's gonna have different significance to everyone that comes in contact with it. Like you can put out, that's why like, artists put out sad songs or like these depressed songs, and you see people like, man, I fell in love to this song. I'm like, bro, this is the saddest fucking song. Yeah,
how do you feel about that new age of like the music? I don't know, call it emo rap, I guess.
It's definitely emo rap.
Yeah, because
everything is emo. Life is emo.
Because I heard you, because you're making a lot of these kind of songs, like darker songs at one point, but we didn't call it emo rap. I know a lot of people that made those songs, and the drug culture followed that. And I mean, I was going to touch on it too with Juice WRLD passing away and all that. Like you kind of seeing it.
Peace.
I mean,
I think every generation of young people whether it's like grunge or whether it's, whatever it may be, everyone, like every generation of kids connects to music differently. And kids are always going to be sad, like, like teenagers are emotional and they're moody. Humans are emotional and moody, and you experience these complex things. And yeah, for a while, I mean, I guess it's easy to write it off because like there's so many like artists like who look the same and who are kind of making the same kind of music. And you're like, oh, this like emo wave or this and that. But, like that's not for us to judge. They're making their truths, they're singing their truths about their demons, their problems, and it's resonating with their audience and their kids. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I see like older rappers like, we need to stop glorifying
KRS One
doing but like fucking like Joyner Lucas or whatever. I don't even know who he is. I don't know who that. But
hey,
it's just
I hated that tweet right after he passed away.
It's
I
so
was like,
backhanded.
come on, bro.
It's so backhanded and condescending. Like, man, I blame y'all because y'all glorify
it's the
this
drugs.
shit.
It's the drugs.
I'm like, bro, you sound like a Republican. You sound like those. You sound like those old. Remember, like in the '90s, like the old white politicians, like. Rap music is the reason there's crack and violence in the urban black community. I'm like, no, you guys are the reason there's crack and violence, and people are just translating their experiences. So for you to just be like, it's for like, okay, maybe you don't have a drug addiction, or maybe you don't have drug problems or this kind of depression, but to like come and dismiss, like, man, I'm blaming the whole culture for this. You know how many like this is? It's just so like
it's crazy.
No,
you can't do that.
The point of view is so myopic, right? Because especially with like the opioid crisis and people like fentanyl and people overdosing,
which is crazy.
The pharmaceutical industry, it is a global epidemic.
Yeah,
it's been like that for years.
Yeah. It's like it has a lot to do with the pharmaceutical companies, the medical industry, because they're so quick to be like, let me pump you full of pills, whatever it may be. Not saying like those drugs don't help people who are going through things, because they do, but there's a lot of things. So you're talking about on a global scale. There's people who are like overdosing on this stuff. There's people who are dying off this stuff.
Yeah,
and I promise you, I don't know the stats on it. I'm not a statistician, but I promise you, rap is a very slim margin. There's people overdosing over that shit. There's people overdosing on that shit in Thailand, India, Mexico, like all over the Midwest and the States. And I promise you, a lot of those people have probably never fucking heard a Juice WRLD song, or a Little Peep song. You know what I mean? So to blame it on rap, to be a rapper and to blame it on rap music is so like, it's so stupid. It's like, bro, you got 500,000 followers. Delete this shit and just stop talking. You're a 32-year-old man, whatever, just embarrassing yourself.
Straight up.
I think it's just people not, using their platform for nothing. They're just, here's the time.
And to be dismissive, like people like we were talking about like the resources not being available to get like mental health, like get the help you need for like your depression or your mental health problems. You don't know what drives a person to jump into this shit. You know what I mean? Like, dude, there's people who are young, his age, from fucking Chicago. The crazy shit he's probably seen. Yeah. People who have like PTSD, people who came from, broken homes, people who've seen violence, people who, maybe someone who is depressed but never got diagnosed. Right. You don't know what drives people to do this, and to be like, man, this is not rap music. These kids getting face tattoos and popping pills. This is, and you're a rap. It's like, to me, it's really like,
you're not even with the culture. You can't blame the hip hop culture on a drug epidemic.
It's short-sighted.
No way.
But on the other hand, there is like, we're seeing more and more like of the young rappers dying off of this shit. Mm-hmm. So, But
everyone, the thing that I like,
they're addicted.
Yeah, everyone did. Okay, I shouldn't say everyone, because that sounds crazy.
I think you're about to say something crazy.
Yeah, I was, but a lot of people did drugs or do drugs in the rap hip hop industry. It's not like it's taboo, but it's been in rock.
But it's
been in country. It's been in every musical aspect. They do drugs.
Lean is not a new thing. Lean is not a new thing. You go back and listen to like the fucking, like, if you listen to 90s rap, bro, Wu-Tang is talking about smoking like angel dust blunts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's
exactly.
always been.
For sure.
But now, since it's just in the internet, and I guess just a new epidemic, just like it was with crack in the 80s. Like, except now it's just opioids. And
it's easy to blame rap music though because it is talked about so much in rap music.
Yeah.
It's like it's an easy scapegoat for the man to use.
I don't know.
Look at them talking about it.
And because obviously hip hop is so like influential and everything. But I think you have to blame, if you're gonna blame something, you have to blame something visually, like movies.
True.
Because we're way, not we are, but kids are way more influenced by something they see visually than something they hear. I would think.
But now everyone's like so tapped into like Instagram and like it's a very visual culture.
That's very true.
So when they see their favorite like 20-year-old rapper like on the gram, like just eating a handful of pills, like double cupped up or whatever, like
it looks tight. They see it.
And I think the rise of pharmaceuticals is what really. You know what I mean? Is the big thing.
That's a
because
deep thing.
It's so easy. You know what I mean? It's so much easier to get pills than it is to get Sherm.
I would not even know where to get Sherm.
I don't know where to get Sherm. Well, maybe.
I hope Sherm needs to come back. 2020. Sherm needs to make a comeback.
Sherm's going to make a comeback in 2020.
Right. No, sadly, I don't see that. That name just is bad. But
Sherm is the worst name ever.
It just sucks that pharmaceuticals have gotten like popular again during this this social media age, and it's just things just kind of piece together at the right time, and it just it sucks, but it's not like something we haven't seen.
But the system is corrupt, like you said. Like you could be like a young person and you could go see it, like you could go see a doctor. You can see a doctor and be like, "Well, I'm sad, I'm depressed," and they write you a script for pills.
Yep,
and then
quick.
The thing is, it's so easy. It's so easy to get a script for that shit, and it's so easy to abuse the script.
Exactly.
And then when it doesn't, when you're done with that doctor and he's not right,
you just go to another doctor.
Go to another one.
Go to a free clinic.
You pay your little copay or whatever, and they'll pill you up, bro.
Exactly. And they'll pill you up.
That's scary.
And what do you think is more influential? A Juice WRLD song or like the episode of Euphoria?
Oh shit!
Euphoria makes it look
way tighter.
Yeah. I can't lie.
To the younger crowd, it makes it look way tighter. And a baddie's doing it.
Yeah.
So
baddie's doing it.
Baddie's off the things hard.
So just like as a kid, I would be
that's
like,
your point
damn,
of reference.
I don't know.
Don't
When
seem
I
that
was
bad.
but you got to think when we were growing up, I don't remember prescription. I remember niggas was drinking lean on camera, like Lil Wayne and all them things and shit, but I don't remember it like out there like that. Like niggas was smoking weed, and that was like the big thing.
I think
like,
they were saying in their music though, like Gym Class Heroes, and
Man,
Wayne, and
right?
They did very discreetly. They would slide it in there.
I feel like like Eminem was for sure off all the pills.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah,
he was.
Slim Shady was off.
Marshall was off them things hard.
He was.
You listen to Relapse, by the way, to everything Relapse on.
Yeah. Come on, man.
And a hat.
You're not wearing it today, but you bought Relapse and they gave you a free army hat.
Oh my God, man. Well, something else I wanted to talk about too on the show is your boy, since we're gonna bring up Eminem.
I hate him with all my heart.
Yeah.
Jameek used to play all the new Eminem slaps in his car.
Did you hear that, Jameek?
Damn,
I'm glad
you're
Jameek.
right. He definitely did.
I'm glad Eminem and Jameek.
Shout out my guy Murder Meek, man. King of the slang.
He did. He invented jam.
King of slang.
And you invented ArtGoon Radio.
I did.
ArtGoon.
That's what we're here to talk about.
Yes, he did.
That's what we're here to talk about, gentlemen. You are being subpoenaed to court for copyright infringement, theft of intellectual property, and you just for being ugly. They need to lock your ass up. Whatever hole they put Kodak Black in, they need to throw you in there.
So, oh my God. Wait, I have a question for you.
No, you're not allowed to ask. Save it.
You said Sherm was making a comeback. If Sherm makes a comeback, are you going to be the first one to do it?
I don't know. I mean, how can you even like gauge like, man, like I do it and then tweet about it and it's on record?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but
you just have to FaceTime me after you do it.
I've actually accidentally smoked like PCP before.
And what was that experience like?
It was horrible.
I would love to know that.
What is this? It was horrible. No, okay. So,
I've never done
this
PCPs.
is a good story. So this is a really good story. So
go ahead.
So this was like maybe in like 2012 or 13, whatever. Me and Vince went to but Vince don't do
the
that
cleanest
crazy
person
shit.
in the world.
No, because our homies had remember the dude. Remember that clothing line, the comes the fuck down, Sir?
Yeah.
Okay, Sir is Russ backwards. So the artist's name is Russ. And he invented the comes the fuck down thing like in the 90s, like the early 90s. Is like on and off again, New York streetwear. But this fool's like a muralist. He's like a crazy Russian muralist. And he was having an art show at the homie Damon's spot. They had a place called The Pit. The
Where you did that
Pit.
show?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we threw the show there.
Okay.
So like we went to the shop and like Russ was like working on it and he was like a fan. He liked me and he liked Vince. And they just wanted to like talk about like art and, you know, just some art shit. And you go there and Vince don't do like none of that shit. And Vince was also like 18 or 19 at the time. So like we go or whatever. And he's like, oh, you want to smoke weed? I'm like, yeah. And like I hit the blunt and then like,
shit.
And then like immediately, it was like
I didn't know
Russian.
you like to get wet.
It was like, and then like he was talking to me and it was like the fucking like I could, like every syllable was like being crammed into my ear. It felt like, and my skin just like, skin just felt cold, and I got like the chills. And I'm like, I smoked a lot of weed. I've done like what?
Yeah.
And then but maybe he didn't tell me it. And then I started hallucinating. You don't hallucinate off weed,
Never,
ever.
Damn.
So I was definitely. And like body chills. Vince said like I was like mumbling. I was like, I was speaking in tongues. So I'm pretty sure I'm like 99.9% sure that like I smoked like weed with angel dust.
That's crazy.
That sounds like that time off that one pill, off that thing when I had that dirty pill. When I got taken that dirty pill on accident. I'm not even gonna put the person out there who gave it to me, but it was a friend, and he was supposed to be a friend.
Yeah, we won't put his name.
We won't put his name out there, but he was supposed to be a friend, and he gave all of us pill. Well, two of us.
He gave it to all of us. I didn't take it though. I didn't like the way it looked. It just looked fishy.
A dirty pill.
So I took it. It was supposed to be Molly, but it was kind of brownish. I don't know. It was weird.
Well, the good Molly, like the real Molly, is like kind of like it looks like kind of like brown sugar. It's like
so
brown,
I'm thinking
brown crystals.
So I'm thinking it was fire. So I took it, and it was
Clorox and rat
and we
poison.
all. Why'd you say Clorox? That's so crazy because we all separated. And then ended up
start cleaning
tripping
my house.
out. We all separated, start tripping out. And then I guess somebody was with the homie, and then the girl ended up going to the hospital.
Yep.
And Reem was there.
I was there.
Shit.
Reem was there.
That shit's dangerous.
The girl ended up going to the hospital, and then they did a toxology report on her, and they said it was methamphetamines, bleach, all kind of. It was like 4 different
like the
drugs
most
on
dangerous
it.
shit that you're not supposed to put in the human body.
Yep.
Methamphetamine, bleach,
And I
rat
felt
poison.
cold chill, and that's why I made a deal with God.
Console.
I made a deal. I was like, "Come on, just get me through this, please." It was like dark. I felt chills, but I was hot. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt like it was slot machines going on. Like,
I'm so glad I didn't take
it was
that.
dark.
You cut a deal with God. That's crazy.
Please, God, please.
Help me, please.
I'm devil gang. I like all the evil shit. I'm
what's
devil
that
gang.
fake weed
I
called?
hate devil gang.
Spice. No,
So
but it's
I got tricked on that.
That
you
shit,
got tricked on Spice.
that shit will fuck you up.
I just
That
felt
shit is
so.
the
When
worst
I
shit
walked
you
back
got.
into the party, I felt so dizzy and just like the room was.
Did you smoke it out of a hookah?
Nah, I smoked. I smoked out of like a little piece.
Yeah.
But a dude just
smoking in like joints.
That's spicy, bro. But I didn't look at the weed. But when I
What does
kind of
Spice
looked at
feel
it,
like?
I don't know, bro. When I kind of looked at it, it looked a little brownish. But I was just like, whatever. But dude, he snaked me. Because he
I hate
asked me, he
scent.
brought me out the party to smoke that shit.
Come on, you gonna do this fake shit with
he
me?
did.
Come on, bro. You want to smoke some weed, Kel?
He did not want to be in his trip alone.
Man, I need
Brother,
you with him.
he's like,
Party.
I choose you, brother.
Right. I came back to him. I was like, yo, bro, what was that weed we smoked? He was like, weed? That was Spice, man. I was like,
Come on, man.
Spice? It's like, what
It's angel dust.
what the fuck is Spice?
That's the worst.
It's synthetic weed and like who knows what's in it. It's like it's
And
for people.
Kool-Aid flavor.
It's for people who's like trying to like quit weed. So it's like
Yeah.
synthetic weed, but it's like the worst shit for you. Prodigy from Mobb Deep used to like smoke that shit like in the studio.
fuck?
After he got out of jail, like I remember
What?
one time I went to the studio. I got invited to the studio and he was there and he's like, "Want some Spice?" I'm like, "Yeah." That's the only. I have one Mobb Deep story. And that's
We got offered Spice.
Prodigy from Mobb Deep offered me Spice, and I'm just like, bro, like those fools are risky. I feel like,
Did you hit it with him?
no, fuck no, because he told me what it was, and I'm just like, nah, good.
Is that your
good,
craziest studio like interaction with
No.
another celeb that was like a little bit awkward on some like what the hell?
Man, no, that's not even the worst. The worst is one time I got called into like a session to like they were trying to put me in the writer room with Ty Dolla $ign. This is like 6 years ago or something. And I got there early and then like he showed up with his people. and I think he might have been with his brother 24 hours. Like I
That's his
can't.
brother?
Yeah, that's like his little brother.
Oh,
I
I
think.
know that.
But he thought I was an intern. He told me to he tried to place a sandwich order with me. Like, yo, man,
Turkey man, extra
Hurry up.
He's like, this is what I need. Like, he thought I was like the studio runner or something. I'm just like,
no.
Nah, I ain't no sandwich
Did you go
boy,
off?
bruh.
Yeah.
Did you go East Side Speaky on him?
no, man. Like, no, like I was just like, I was like, it was just like really awkward. And I'm like, okay, for sure. I'm here to like make music. And he's like, oh, my bad. And it was just like nothing got done. It was really awkward.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he tried to like he thought I was like the studio runner.
That's comedy.
I should have just been like, all right, taking the order down, like left and not came back.
That's funny. I remember I was at the studio with you one time with Theo, I think at the Red Bull studio
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
LA, and we walked in and you were there in the booth, Trinidad James.
Oh yeah.
And it was a very funny.
He's the nicest guy.
He's very cool though. Very cool guy.
He's so cool, man.
Did he have a press? Was his hair pressed?
Yes, it was. It was actually.
But he used to come to the studio sessions like when Caleb had the studio in downtown LA that we made like Sex Quest at. A lot of people came through there like Caliucci's, fucking like the Awful Records people, Trinidad James.
Sid pulled up.
Yeah, Sid. Fucking who else used to pull up there? Like Denzel Curry. So a lot of people would come in and out of that studio, and every time Trinidad James, he made like a whole album with Caleb.
Damn.
He was just freestyle.
Rare.
Yeah, he'd freestyle all the songs, and he was always nice. Every time like he came to the studio, he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna order pizza. Y'all want pizza?" And like he would just order pizza for everyone.
tight.
He was cool, bro.
Yeah, he's mad. He's mad cool. He's in the new Adam Sandler movie.
Is he?
Is that the one where
he's making his moves.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, he's like a shoe lord. Like
he on the sneaker show.
He would never fall off.
Nah,
I respect it.
He had bread before he got in the rap game because he was like the vintage clothing lord and the sneaker lord of like the Atlanta scene.
Got you.
So like he's like
So that's why he always had the fire ass kicks and every rare ass kicks out the gate.
He has really great style, and he was already like plugged up because everyone like would get sneakers from him.
He just caught a song. And just,
and he's like, I made a song. Like when you're already tapped in and you know everyone in the community,
right?
And you're good with everyone and everyone likes you.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be a lot easier. But he's the best.
I remember you've put me on a lot of different rappers. Like, yo,
of course
he's about to blow. Of course I have.
You are my son.
Dated
a good father. A good Reem.
You for sure put me on Young Thug.
Reem, because I'm a good father. And you are my children.
I appreciate you.
It's a father's job to show his children the cool things in this life.
You're right.
Like I remember holding you in my arms,
Oh my God.
reading to you The Cat in the Hat. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Go Dog Go.
No.
Frog and Toad. Mortimer Frog. Goodnight Moon.
Mortimer Frog. That was my favorite book. Fuck you. I was reading those myself. I didn't know you back then. Fuck you.
I held you.
But when we were in New York,
I fed you from my teeth.
shut up. You put me on Trinidad James. And then that night we went to the studio, and that was before I'll Go Everything like even blew up.
Yeah.
And you showed us the video like, yo, this dude's about to blow up. And we literally went to the studio that night and he was there. And I was like, damn, that's rare. And literally like 2 weeks later,
huge.
Yeah, the song was huge.
I remember you came back, you were like, yo, Trinidad James ought to be cracking. And I was like, come on, bro. This nigga look crazy. I don't get it.
Yo, in truth,
I didn't believe it. I did it until I heard. I was like, damn,
and truthfully, like he still makes slaps.
Does he?
Yeah,
like for real. Like, and he's like released like he's mad smart. He hasn't released like a full project like in like 5 years, but he puts out a couple singles, singles every year that do like a few billion streams or like on like Spotify or Apple, whatever. And like, yo, he's smart. He's smart. It's becoming a singles game. Everyone's just like, let me drop singles. Like,
well, I'll Go Everything remix is one of the funniest remixes I've ever heard in my life.
Who's all on the remix? Like
Jeezy and 2 Chainz.
Okay. And 2 Chainz. And 2
'Cause
Chainz
it's gold
has
all on her back,
bro. He has the funniest verse ever. ever.
You don't know that remix speak where he was like
I
rapping. He's
remember.
like, it's gold all on her back.
Bro, he looks so funny.
That remix is funny. Where do you think you get like your like your style and taste from, like knowing that someone like has it, like a rapper?
Good question.
You just, I don't know. I think it's kind of like, it's like watching like a prize fighter, like who's on the way up in his career, like on the undercard to mid card to co-headline to, oh, you're like a pay-per-view guy now.
Yeah.
I think like, you know, like you could just like tell when you turn on like a fight, even if you don't know anything about boxing, be like, oh, that guy's got hands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of the times, like, I think it's like it's a mix of things, because I'm like, oh, like it always happens sonically first.
Mhm.
Like, so I'll hear something and I'll be like, oh, this is like, so if like this is super catchy, or this is really interesting. It sounds interesting. It's a good song. It has a lot of that stuff has like really good pop sensibilities, like whether it's a catchy chorus or like
That's
like a funny line. Those are like, you know, pop things, like like catchy choruses, the repetitiveness of something. That's like all gold. Everything is that, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like funny, memorable lines, and then you see the person, you're like, oh, okay, you made this song, and you look like mad interesting. You just look cool as hell. Like, you got it.
Question.
Like, it's a mix of everything.
Have you ever incorporated that same thing in your approach to music? Like those like pop things that catch people's eyes? Because one thing I've always noticed about your music is if you've always been able to write a song.
Yeah.
They've always been catchy hooks. Your music has a certain like it's just appealing in certain ways. You know what I mean?
I think I write really, like, even like my solo stuff. I write like Singularity and like on the new album and everything. I think it's a lot of elements from like the pop music that I like.
See,
whether it's like Charlie XCX or like or Rihanna.
See,
or like,
and I was gonna say this,
Jennifer
like,
Lopez. We're just jamming out to Jennifer
right.
Lopez.
Yep. I've always noticed this about Pisces artists, from like Ja Rule to Rihanna to Leaky Lee, right?
Yeah.
They all of them are like a very melody based.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you guys always have a melody to your song that's catchy as fuck.
Yeah.
That catches people from the hook to the lyrics or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Pisces artists always have that. And you guys taste in music will reflect that. You know what I mean?
I think I've gotten better in being concise with my writing too. Not just like the hooks, but like the verses, knowing how to get a message across without making it too complicated or confusing or like stripping it down. Like, you know, it's not like compromising it. You could still like get the message, but a lot of people aren't really. You have to get the message in there like in a clever way.
Exactly.
Almost like
you've always been clever.
You got to sneak it in. But now I'm like more so. I've known how to like simplify it, because a lot of the times like, well, I'm not like dumbing down my lyrics. I'm not doing that. But it's not dumbing it down. It's just kind of like making it
slap.
Yeah. Like it's like it's like long form writing. Like I haven't been in school and like I haven't been in college or whatever forever. But you know, it's like when you do like your essays or your dissertation or whatever, you have to like get your point. You have to prove your point. You're like, you know, there's a structure to like an essay. It's like the intro, the thesis. This is how I'm going to support the fact. That's
how you set up your songs.
That's how writing is. That's how like writing a song is now to me. And that's how like I kind of like I think about it.
What do you start off with usually when making a song?
It all depends. Now, like I don't. There's very few times like I sit down and like type it out. Like, I'm gonna say this, or like a lot of times I'm just like, I have a little smoke, or I'll have like some gin or something. The beat will be playing, and I usually the hooks just like come to me, and it'll be not so much like I know exactly what I'm gonna say, but I'll have like the structure of how I'm gonna say it. So now I'm like, oh, yo, just like put it on loop record. Let me go in the booth real quick. And like, I'll sit in front of the mic and I'll like hum out like the structure, you know, like, whatever it may be, you know, you hum out the structure, and then like, you know, like, you fill in the words. So you might have the loose melody of, I'm trying to think of an example of the song, like, something from the new album. Oh, maybe like, you know, like for Faceless, you know, to get faded, and I got Faceless.
I've for sure seen you in studio just going around, walking around, doing that for like 20 minutes.
And you put down the structure, and then you fill in it. Then you fill it in word by word.
Do you write?
in my head. I like.
So you don't write anything down or type anything down ever?
No. So, a lot of the times, like if I'm like in like transit, like I do a lot of writing, like when I'm traveling or on the subway or airplane, I'll do like a voice note. And I'll do like I'll put those structures in, or like the whatever clever lines I have. Oh, I'll say that later. I'll remember it later. But a lot of the times, like I create like on the spot, and I can put the lyrics together in my head now. Maybe not like at the level like Jay-Z or Wayne could do it, but like I don't like physically write anything down.
Have you always done your music like that, or
no?
Did you
I used to be real. I used to be real. Like, okay, here's the rap. Here's the punch. Like rap to do punchline. These lines rhyme. These like real, like methodical about it. Like let me write it down. But then I figured out like there's a reason like there's such a like spontaneous kind of like attack on the flows of like whether it's like Wayne or Thug or like Denzel Curry or Kendrick or whoever it is.
Right.
It's because you can write in your head. You could write like these melodic ideas. And so your first few bars are gonna be like da 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 da, and then okay, you punch that in, and then be like okay, but then the next line, then the next section will be like da 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 da. You could like it comes from a different place.
I know exactly what you mean.
So it's not like here I'm rapping at this table. You ask me how I do it. It's because I'm able. No, that's like writing. No, it's like stupid, right? So like when you're actually like physically writing your things down, I think it puts a
hold on it.
Yeah, like a chokehold on the structure. There's only so many things you could do because there's like think about
visually you see it.
Yeah, they call, like and it's so stupid. Like they call it like bars. Okay, yeah, we don't want to do like bars. We want like the free space to go like all over the paper, not just like to the margin.
I never thought about that. Like,
that's real.
Yeah. So like now it's like this like and maybe like I've been doing that for like maybe like the last 3-4 years.
I was gonna say, like, what album was the first album you probably you didn't write, you just went from there on?
I didn't write anything on like a Man
like physically
Plants.
write.
I didn't physically write anything for Man in His Plants. I didn't physically write anything for this one. Yeah,
that's deep.
Because you're a rare breed.
It's like Jackson Pollock, right? Like to put it like in a painting terms, like all right, like I'm just gonna like here's the canvas, like the beat is the canvas, and you just fucking splatter that shit, and that's like your technique.
You just
but also
see where it goes.
It gives more dimension to what you could do vocally,
right?
So it's so weird because like I never have to like actually explain the process, and like when I'm in studio, there's not like. Sometimes, very rarely, there'll be like a homies around,
Yeah, exactly.
But like, I don't have like, there's not like hella bitches. It's not a party. It's like, to me, it's like an office space,
right?
I feel that.
And so like, I treat it like that. I was like, all right, like I'm gonna come today. I'm gonna make something, even if it's whack. At least like I did the exercise of making something.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think for like singularity, we made like me and Lado we literally made a song every time we met. And then it was just,
how'd you meet him?
I actually met him with like Ty and Young Corey and Gopi. We all went down to like Tijuana like in 2013 to play a music festival.
This was Lau that you produced.
Yeah. And I met Lau and I met all those guys, like the Mexico City crew in like 2013. And then when I moved to Mexico City, it was just kind of like a natural thing. Like you party with these people, you get drinks with them, they're your homies. Like, you go to clubs with them. Do a little perico, whatever it may be, and then then it's just like, oh, like we're hanging out a lot, like, yo, let's get some money, let's make an album.
Is that what made you go to Mexico City? Probably particularly that place in Mexico. Or
I was just burnt down. Plus, like my family's from there, and I was burnt down the LA life. The Soho House bought the building for where Caleb's studio was. We were leaving our apartment that was near Skid Row, and it was just a lot. Maybe I wasn't too sure. Like the next, I don't think I was lost. I wasn't sure what the next step was creatively.
Right.
So I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna like go here, and I'm gonna start from scratch. And that's like. And I think it gave new dimension to not just my creativity, but my worldview. And also, like, it kind of made it like, oh, damn, like he's not accessible anymore. You just can't, like, see him.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, he's like, when now, it's like, oh, he's playing a show. That's rare. We got to go. Or, oh, he's coming out with an album. That's crazy. We got to listen to it.
Yeah.
It creates it even for like the media now, like Sway or LA Leakers or whatever. They're like, damn, you're not even in the country no more. Tell us about it. Like everyone thinks
wants to know about that.
Yeah, it's like something, but it's just like, it's a place. Just like LA's a place. Just like the Murder's a place. You can find something special and inspirational anywhere.
Right.
You know? But it was a place that I felt comfortable enough and a place that I really wanted to reset.
Was it an instant?
That's dope.
Was it an instant transition for creating when you got to Mexico? Like as soon as you got out there, were you like, yeah, I can create out here. Yeah, I'm good, and it's better than where I was.
I took a few months off, just like exploring. I mean, I did like a project with Dream Panther while that was like the first thing I like made since I've been there. I made Speak Panther, Lonely Primavera, Madness Plants, and this one. I made like 4 projects. Speak Panther got like really slept on, but there's like really good songwriting on it. And I don't know why it just didn't click with people. But then like Primavera, people fucking loved. Plants, everyone loved. Everyone loves the new shit. But the first few months, I didn't make anything. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna like explore the city and I'm gonna learn where everything's at and I'm gonna go to museums and I'm gonna read books and I'm gonna do cocaine and go to reggaeton parties.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna eat fucking tacos every day and I'm gonna like fall in love and I'm gonna I'm just gonna live. I'm just gonna like literally, like I was just doing crazy shit. Like
that's lit.
Just living life, gambling, just but then like after like 6 months, I'm like, all right, like I was like, all right, I want to go to a club and I want to hear fucking Migos and Future. Where can I do that at? Like, well, that's like people like that shit here, but the clubs don't cater to that.
I was gonna say, what's the hip hop culture in Mexico?
Well, there is hip hop culture. There's like one of the biggest like rappers, not just in Latin America, but the world. His name's Aliman, and he's from Acapulco. No, he's from he's not from Acapulco. He's from Cabo San Lucas. But and he's
lit,
dude. He's lit, and he's like a real rapping ass like hip hop rapper, but he can do the trap shit. Like and people don't even know about him, and like he could come to like he just did like in downtown Mexico. It's called the Zocalo, and it's where all the construction from like all the colonial architecture is.
Right.
So and it's the center of the city. And they throw like, the government throws like free concerts and stuff there. And you could fit like, 500,000 people in the town square. And he just did like a concert there. And there was literally 500,000 people there.
That's
crazy.
It was just going crazy.
Lit.
Like and dude, he does like hundreds of millions of views on his videos, on his streams, million followers. But like maybe no one outside of like Spanish speakers know who he is. But fortunately, like the Spanish speaking world is so you're talking about the whole from where Mexico starts all the way down.
Exactly.
Like it's
so funny how here in America we kind of look at it so like, well, if you're not popping in America, you must not be on. Or
dude, but those fools are doing straight. Like
exactly.
Like Bad Bunny's fucking everywhere, but Bad Bunny didn't need to make a pop hit with nobody. Bad Bunny's so popular, he don't even need to like. The old way used to be if you were a Spanish language artist, like what is Shakira, what is Ricky Martin, what did they all do, right? Let's do this. Let's do our big song, but in English, and let's do a collab. Like Bad Bunny, they don't sing in English because there's no need because.
Damn, I never thought about that.
Because there's no need for them to jump into the English speaking world. The English speaking world has to come to them. If you're trying to get on a track with Bad Bunny, like Drake had to sing in Spanish. You feel me? Like he had to because Bad Bunny's the dude getting all the fucking streams,
right?
And you want a piece of that,
right?
And you want to expand. You want to expand your brand into like global markets or whatever. But I never thought of it like that. I just thought of it as like, okay, I'm gonna like reset. But yeah, the like Yoga Fire. He's been on my last couple projects. He's a really dope rapper from Mexico City. There's a lot of dope producers. There's Spanish language R&B that's coming out of the city, which there's never really been anything like that. So I mean, like
I would love a Spanish R&B.
I'm gonna put you on after the show. So there's like
yeah.
Noah Sainz, who's like on the new album, like Girl Ultra. They're making Spanish language R&B, like sexy R&B in Spanish, and there's never really been like an equivalent. So like in Spanish language music, it's either like regional, traditional music or like super pop. Or like we're making pop music.
Right.
But what's like super pop, like Shakira?
Yeah. Because first she was super rocker. Then like, she went pop or like
Is Pitbull pop?
Yeah. Or like
Ricky Martin, all of them.
Ricky. Yeah.
Where's
stuff like that.
Pitbull in the Latin
J-Lo.
world of
In
music?
my-
Where's Pitbull? Is he like Michael Jackson?
He's
like
Dog.
the biggest.
He's
like,
Mr. Worldwide.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
Everyone
dog.
laughs at me, but he's top. He's one of the top Latino rappers of all time. People just have
For
to
sure.
accept that.
For sure.
For sure.
People
Like,
just have to
people
accept-
argue that?
People do not. People are like, man, but he's like a character. People are like, he's a caricature.
He's done
like
every New Year's Eve, everything.
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 Has all the endorsement deals. Has all the.
He did
guap.
Kodak first. He was one of the first.
I love Pitbull.
And before he started making like all like these crazy pop songs, like he was a Miami street rapper.
Yes.
Yes.
He was Lil Jon.
He was in Trick Daddy videos back in the day.
Going dumb, rapping hella Spanish.
He's a real street rapper, right?
Yeah.
And there's also an argument because like in the Latin community, everyone like it's become a meme at this point. Everyone's like, oh, like Gasolina is like the Latin national anthem. And I'll make the argument that Culo's a better song than Gasolina.
I like Culo better.
And that's Pitbull.
I like that.
Culo's lit.
I like that song better. I do.
Pero tremendo.
Culo is tight. Culo is tighter than Gasoline.
What I like about Pitbull like the most is like his transition from that to like
Street.
Max swag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30
Niggas
bad
to a
bitches on
text.
stage.
Exactly.
Max pop. I love that shit.
His wife is the baddest bitch in the world. He's getting all
Pitbull's
the guap.
married?
All the guap.
Yeah,
I ain't know that.
And they're like,
I did not know
she's
Pitbull was
super
married.
bad, and they're in an open marriage. He can do whatever he wants. That's so tight.
Shout out Pitbull for that.
Bomb
Man.
on that.
Yeah, drop a bomb on that one.
You
That's so lit.
can't be. If you're Mr. Worldwide, you need access to everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't have a name like that.
Every plane,
Every lockdown.
every country, every woman, every party.
This is true.
That's lit, man. Well, man, Mexico, I definitely got to go out there.
Yeah.
I remember when CJ came back from going out there with you, he was telling me y'all was going to all like the luchador fights. And
Yeah, man, we were in the
Freaking-
we were in the function, and somehow like all the pimps and the drug dealers gravitated towards him when he walked in the room. It's
course.
the truth. It's the truth.
Of course.
And CJ speaks Spanish, so like he was like good, and everyone's just like, yeah, like all like the pimps and the drug dealers, like, yo, you're tight, like you're with us, like let me buy you a drink.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's lit. Well, the next definitely time we get you on the show, we got to do it out there. I think we just got to
man.
bring it out there to Mexico
We
City,
have
man.
to.
That would be dope.
We
That'd
can
be
have
dope as fuck.
We can have some of the homies come through, like the local artists.
I would love
the
to
dudes
do
that I'm
that.
like creating with, because you know they're all fucking genius and they're all fucking great artists, and they all speak English too. So
Oh,
give
shit.
them- yeah, they're all tight.
You know
man.
what? Something
They do
else
it
too.
all.
Before we get off of that, I wanted to ask you because when you were out there, you were throwing parties out there, and you were actually
Yeah, I was doing
DJing.
down in the DF.
So you were bringing that.
Down in the DF.
Down in the DF instead down in the DM.
Down in the DF.
Before we got sidetracked, so to bring the point back, like so after like 6
Yeah.
months of just like wilding out, like exploring, just being solo, I was like, all right, where can I go fucking hear Migos and stuff? And people are like, oh, well, people like that shit here, but there's not like really clubs. Like you have to go to like the hood to like
Damn.
listen, because it's still like sectioned off like that. Like, man, club, nah, man, we listen to reggaeton, pop, all this shit. Like no one wants to hear a rap. Like, so me and the homie started a rap function, and like
Damn.
like
Where, like, how did it start? Like,
okay, so there's like a bar called the Legion Americana, and it used to be the old American Legion, where like all the dudes, the veterans from the Korean War, Vietnam War, the guys who like moved to the Americans who moved to Mexico City, they had like their little clubhouse, right?
Yeah.
So I knew a dude in the city who's like a promoter and an agent and stuff. Him and his girlfriend bought it from the old American soldiers, the vets, and they converted it into like a bar, a little bar restaurant with a dance floor, DJ booth, but it's mad tiny. So I was like, all right, and I was like, yo, I want to throw a rap night. So he got involved. He's like, yo, I'll give you the spot to do it. Me, him, the other homie from New York, France, who lives in Mexico City, and then we'd always have like guest DJs from the city, or like whatever DJ from Mexico was from different part of Mexico that was passing through, like, yo, come DJ our night. So we always had guests, to like, that's just like, okay, these are like, like a Mexican guy and two dudes from the States throwing a party. It's like, all right, like, no, like we're making it with the homies here. Like, and
That's
like,
dope.
and
That's cracking.
Was the venue in the hood?
Cracking.
No, the venue was like kind of like in like a trendy in like the trendy neighborhood.
Hey.
So like everyone from the hood would come to it, and it like it
went
went
up.
from like super like hipster and trendy to like there was nights where there was fights, because you'd have like like you'd have like like the rich Mexico City kids, like, oh, I like Drake, I like Migos. They'd be in the function and they would be rubbing elbows with dudes from like Iztapalapa or Tepito, which are like super hood, who would come to the function because they want to hear rap too.
Yeah.
And so sometimes there would be fights and like the rich kids would get punched out and robbed. Like it was,
so it was just like LA.
Yo, it was,
it's just like the city.
because all of a sudden it was like this new hot spot to like come and listen to rap. So everyone from all over the city
Heard
came.
about it. Was like,
and you were DJing?
Yeah. So the first time we threw it, I mean, this is like a little restaurant bar with a dance floor. You could fit maybe you could fit like 90 people in there. The full restaurant, the dance floor. Bro, we had like 200 people packed in that shit. People line out the door. People couldn't get in. And we did that joint for 3 years, once a month. That was my job, just to like DJ.
Nice.
And then like I started like falling back a little bit, like once I got like back into music mode.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, well, I was doing it.
Okay,
yeah,
this cool.
We made it.
All right, now stop.
That's exactly what it was like. All right, like that's what I like to do. I'm like, all right, like we built this thing. Like now what?
Right.
Like,
Man, we definitely got to bring that party back though.
no, they're still throwing it. Like the homies are still throwing.
Wait a minute,
it.
it's still going on?
Yeah, but it's not down in the DF anymore because that's just like ArtGoon Radio is. You fucking
Talk to Big C about
you
that.
fucking plagiarist. I mean, my bones are not to pick with him. They're to pick with you.
But you know what you said?
What?
You said I am the original ArtGoon.
I did not.
You coined the term.
did.
And you called me the ArtGoon.
I was doing.
Can we get the
So
story,
it's
please?
mine.
I was doing a lot of
That
drugs
word is-
around that time.
That word is mine.
For what I remember, you said that you coined the word ArtGoon
I
because you
did.
saw Reem painting,
Yep.
and he was sagging his pants, wearing blue Burberry shorts, like draws,
Rain
and
boots.
Gucci rain boots.
I remember
hella
they
tatted.
had doo-doo stains on them. Of course.
I remember that.
I remember.
Oh my
You
god!
told the story precisely.
Doo-doo was
Thank you.
dripping out the boom god.
Nah.
Oh my
None
God.
of that was happening.
Well, moving right along, man. We about to go into one of my favorite parts of the show, sports
up?
talk.
Are we
with
back?
Coach K.
We back,
'cause he's
baby.
Back.
We
Bringing
back.
theme music.
Let's go. Let's go.
Big C
Lakers,
and
baby.
Coach K.
Lakers,
Big C.
baby.
Lake Show. Number one in the whole goddamn league, man.
I love it.
I do
Yes.
too.
How we feeling?
I cry sometimes at night, and I look at my Kobe jersey because I know I'm gonna be able to wear it at a parade this year.
Yes, sir.
And it's just a beautiful time in LA. And you know
It
what
is.
else I want to talk about? I just love the chemistry between Anthony Davis and Kobe Bryant. I even love not Kobe Bryant, excuse me. Anthony Davis and LeBron
Okay,
James.
okay.
Excuse me. Sorry, I was thinking about the Kobe jersey. My bad.
Okay.
Magic
you.
Irving Johnson.
And I love KCP.
Oh, what?
Yeah, KCP has been making threes. He's
Yes.
been playing. He's
Big
been
C,
making
you are a
rebounds.
troll. You can't troll somebody as hard as you did 2
He did.
episodes
That's
ago.
why I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, and I love what KCP
I
doing.
don't
You
love
trolling
KCP
him so
still.
hard.
And I even love how Dwight Howard has came around and is starting to
I
chip
told you though
in.
from the beginning of the season, he only has a couple jobs, and he's doing them very well.
He's making sure
But-
everyone has water. He's making sure that the jerseys are nice.
Give him more credit, man. He out here
come on,
rebounding,
man.
blocking shots, man.
Do you think it was always a mental thing with Dwight
Yes.
Howard though?
Yeah.
Because I was like, how could you be that big, that athletic, and just stink? Like, like no, because like when you compare him to like someone like Shaq or whatever, you're like, all right, like big fucking dude,
Right.
Bruh, like Shaq was getting all the boards,
Yeah.
putting up fucking 30 points, whatever. I was
Yeah.
like,
Easy.
How can you not be that?
For sure. I mean, to be honest,
And
Dwight
Shaq was doing
Howard-
that when he was fat too.
Yes.
Fat Shaq.
Yes, he was.
You're big, buff,
and
athletic,
fat and
just-
tight.
and got 3 points, 2 rebounds, one.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
hate
honestly,
that.
like he's second to Shaq, bro. He's like the biggest center maybe ever.
Yeah.
If you're talking about like size.
Word?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, think about it. From like,
like-
David Robinsons to the Hakeem Olajuwons, like they're fairly kind of slimmer. This nigga is buff. You know what I
All
mean?
the way buff.
Sure.
And he's extremely athletic. But the thing is, like Speak said, is definitely mental. It's always been mental. My only question with him has always been, why haven't you worked on like your post game?
Yep.
Your whole career.
I seen him drain a 3 the other night.
right.
He did.
I almost cried.
Yeah.
He definitely
Shit's
did.
getting crazy, man.
I said, Dwight, what the fuck? Let's go.
It's getting crazy,
saw
man.
that.
And I'm just happy that all that after the first game against the Clippers, all that Clippers shit.
Yeah.
It's out the door.
I was in a,
Hey.
and shout out Johnny Blends.
And
At the barbershop
First
and
of all,
Nappy Roots.
Hey.
I was arguing with this nigga because he's a Clipper fan.
Yes.
And shout out Vince too, another Clipper fan.
Big Clipper fan.
Yeah.
The
I just know
original.
this, but the thing is, I haven't even talked my shit yet because we haven't played them until Christmas, and that's the
I
game.
can't
that
wait till Christmas.
I cannot wait.
I can't wait. It's on my
Until
birthday.
Christmas afternoon. All
on
right?
my birthday, right before the S bar, I'm gonna cuss out every Clipper fan.
I'm about to be going crazy for that game. We have to win.
They're gonna smack them out. I think
We have to win that game.
It might smack.
Are
the
we
Clippers
home?
Out.
Is it gonna be
Yeah.
Lakers stuff everywhere? We don't
Yeah.
gotta just look at them weak ass Clipper stuff.
No banners.
Yeah.
No.
Can we please?
No retired jerseys.
Nothing.
Who's a retired Clipper? Thank you.
Rodney Rogers.
No one cares.
Come on, man.
Rodney Rogers.
Come on, man.
Quentin Richardson, maybe Derek Miles.
Nah, bro. Hell nah.
Elton Brand.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elton Brand.
But you know what? The Clippers are a very good team. They're pretty scary with Paul George back. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This year, usually I'm pretty confident with my like picks and just like with the matchups and stuff. But Lakers and Clippers, man, they're so like even.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want the Lakers to win. I think they're gonna win.
Yeah.
But it's gonna have to take Paul George or Kawhi to having to miss some shots because Lou Williams, who I'm scared of, he's the X factor.
I'm scared of Lou Will. I'm scared of Lou Will than
as hell
anyone
of
else
him.
on the whole team.
He's the X factor because, to be honest, you could arguably say that he's a better scorer or a more effortless scorer than PG,
True.
Yeah.
and he's the third. He's the third option. So he just scares me.
How about that last shot on the game? I'll bet on Lou Will.
Yeah,
How about that?
mean, shit.
I'll bet on Lou Will before Paul George missing threes
But-
when it counts as.
There's a lot to talk about this. Okay, first, I have a question. Who's the MVP of the league right now? So far, we're a quarter through the
Anthony
season.
Davis.
Okay, who do you think?
I want to say Giannis, but
Mine pick is Giannis. He's just too dominant, and like Reem said earlier this season, he ain't no one trick pony no more.
Nope.
Yeah.
That nigga's hitting threes
Yeah.
consistently.
who's the MVP, right?
Man, based off of like MVP like categories, like wins and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck. I gotta say Giannis. I would say James Harden if
Yeah, I was gonna
if
say
it wasn't
people
other things involved.
People gonna argue Harden because he's
Well, the thing is,
had a
Har-
ridiculous
What do you think,
run.
Sweet?
he
dropping
is.
50 bombs.
He is, bro. I mean,
Giannis for sure,
and
but
Giannis?
Harden's up there.
Yeah.
he is. I mean,
Harden.
the only thing that
He has the best individual performance.
Yes,
I feel
yes,
like.
he is.
If it's
And the
individual
wins-
performance,
the
James Harden
wins
got it.
Individual performance,
The
not a
wins
team
are
player.
calculating.
Team
The wins
stinks.
are calculating, like
Yeah.
Giannis, and people are saying like I just seen Grant say he's the best scorer ever to live. Right?
Yeah.
The thing is like obviously he's not to me, but I think it's mainly because you have to ask how he's scoring. And if you're shooting that many damn shots, if you have the ball every single possession, it kind of brings the value down of
True.
the 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
He cracked the code. And as the game evolved into what it is now,
Yes.
he was like the front runner of that style.
Yes.
And he cracked every code, getting to the line.
Yes.
He's like, he's game shark.
The individual performance only matters if your team is winning.
Yes.
So
And that's how I feel
right?
about
Like,
it.
Yes.
So you could
When you're
could
talking about MVP
if you-
trophies.
yeah. So like you could be a James Harden and have like these great like run of games.
Yeah.
But unless your team is like sitting top seed and you guys are on a crazy win streak and you like
Exactly. And it's not like he doesn't have star power.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He has depth. He has Russell Westbrook and the whole thing.
Yep.
But, the one thing I can say about James Harden, though, is that he is cementing himself as arguably the most, unstoppable guard in terms of, scoring because he has no weakness. He can get to the hole at will. He can shoot at will.
Yeah.
He has handle. He's strong. He can pass. He's athletic.
Yes.
He has
This is a big
floater.
statement.
I can... Now, again.
He bends the rules a lot.
No, he
does.
He does.
He likes to press the line and see what he can get away with.
No, 100%. But
I like that.
It's
Dirty
the,
ball.
It's the offensive.
You're dirty
it's
ball.
the offensive toolbox. Like KD's the most effortless scorer. Kobe Bryant's the best scorer to me overall, but James Harden has literally no weakness.
Yeah.
So
A lot of good stories. going
Moving
on this
along,
season.
sports. The Knicks fire Fizdale.
yeah, I mean
That kind of
I
pissed
seen
me
it-
off
I
a
seen
little
it
bit,
coming,
man.
bro.
Was he the scapegoat?
He definitely a scapegoat.
That's fucked
But
up.
to be
Isn't it
honest,
the second time that's happened to him?
Yes, but no. Yeah, it is.
Like, come
Memphis is
on,
doing
what
the
is
same.
it like?
But you know what? I think him going into the situation, he kind of knew this could happen, and I
Yeah.
feel good for him because he's getting paid. 3 more years on his contract. And
Wait, so
And he
they're
does-
just
and he doesn't
firing
have
him
to, and he
and
doesn't
still
have to
paying
coach
him?
the Knicks anymore.
Thank you.
Touche.
Bro, when you're out
You're
of
a free man, my guy.
No
That's a death sentence,
Bro, no more scrutiny, no more none of that shit.
That's gotta
bro.
be the worst market to play in.
I mean, because
It does.
honestly,
KD said it.
Worst fans.
Yep.
hey, right. Because hey, they had all the optimism in the world trying to get KD and Kyrie. You seen where
And
they went.
KD said,
my
nigga,
God.
what? We're going to Brooklyn.
Like, bro, they lost two of them. To
Hey, come
the
clean,
team
Kel.
across.
If you were in college right now,
Yeah.
and you were the number 1 pick,
Yeah.
and you had a choice between the Knicks or the Nets,
I'm going to the Nets.
but
Like-
the Knicks would be your team.
But the Nets are how they are right now, Kyrie and KD.
No.
Or before.
No Kyrie or KD. No nothing. It's just
I'm going
Knicks or Nets. Because
I would have to meet both like
Yeah.
owners. Like I gotta vibe with you if you're gonna be
Yeah.
paying me.
I'm going to the Nets.
I can't fuck with you.
fast.
It
Yeah,
just, it just
hurry.
seems like being a
Quick.
Knicks fan is just like
It's hard.
eternal suffering.
Yes.
I see all like the homies season after season. I see all like the artists, homies, all the like all the
Pour smoke
homies
Dizzle.
who live in fucking New York just tweet their sadness every game. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
"Man, I
It's
can't
like, it's like
believe-"
Raider fans.
It's like, man,
I said it.
Ooh.
It's okay, Ring.
This is true.
It's like Raider
Nah,
fans.
but the Raiders, like, didn't y'all win?
the
Like,
Raiders are worse
before I was
because they even
born.
get.
yeah, the
They didn't
Raiders-
win in the early 2000s?
Hey,
They never got to the ship.
Oh, I thought they
the Raiders are worse because they always get good players and good things, but they do stupid moves in between. Like they'll trade off Khalil Mack, but then get like Antonio Brown, but then Antonio Brown don't want to play for him, and then it's
Bad-
over.
just
It
bad-
just
bad
messes up.
management, bro.
It's just
I
horrible.
love AB.
Hey, AB, hey, have you been seeing his
He's-
tweets to Tom Brady?
Yeah,
No.
He's been
Oh,
in the
yeah.
comments.
Hey, yo, Dom.
Hey, yo, Tom, what up? Hey, yo, tell your son I said congratulations.
You had to know that was a disaster.
And he
waiting
got the
to
cops
happen.
called on
Like,
him
he's
last
just-
night.
Like,
By
he's-
Baby Baba.
The-
That's a video.
Come to the like he's not a fit for the Patriots.
Nah.
I wanted that game so bad.
The Patriot culture, the coaching culture, the
But Randy
fan
Moss was,
culture.
though, right?
Randy
Yeah,
Moss
but
wasn't
Randy
AB, though.
Yeah, AB is
AB's
probably the
stupid.
most reckless athlete of all time.
AB's dumb. Randy Moss
More
was just
so
a real
than
nigga.
Pac-Man Jones.
Damn.
You have a point there. Pac-Man Jones is the most reckless.
Is the riskiest.
Wait, what did Pac-Man Jones do? What was
He
his-
definitely
bruh.
punched the girl in the strip club. A stripper in
Punched
the
the girl in the
strip
strip
club
Oh, my Lord.
for picking up the money.
Stab somebody.
Oh, shit.
Stab
Allegedly, supposedly.
Stab
Allegedly,
somebody.
supposedly.
I think he stabbed somebody.
Yep.
He couldn't pass his drug test.
Is that the guy who like
Arrested.
got knocked out through the ropes and was like falling out crazy? Or that's Zab Judah. My bad.
No.
My bad.
Hey, was it?
I'm
different sports.
Yeah.
You know, Kale only knows basketball. That's how you know.
Is
Comment
it?
like that.
Who
Was
are you
it
talking
Oscar
about?
De La Hoya?
He's like he was
Made a three-pointer?
he was a cornerback
For
He
the,
played
for,
in-
the, for the Bengals, right?
He played for the
I thought you were
Bengals. He
boxing.
played for the
Cowboys.
the Titans.
Cowboys. He played for a lot of
Cowboys.
teams.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But he got so
Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Adam
That
Pac-Man
sounds like a
Jones.
boxer.
It
It
does.
sound,
Yeah,
Pac-Man does
It
that. Wait, there wasn't a Pac-Man boxer?
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, definitely.
That's how I
Yeah.
know. That's how I know Pac-Man Jones is risky because I've never met a black guy named
Pac-Man
Adam.
Jones.
Have you ever met? Wait, have you ever met a black guy named Adam?
No. Never.
Okay, the homie's brother,
Adam?
he's a
Okay.
shooter. And
Okay.
he shoot, not shooter. Like,
I was like, whoa.
Look at out here.
don't know about all that.
Telling.
He's a
He's
shooter.
telling. Back to your
No,
snitching ways.
he's a photographer. He's a photographer.
Adam?
In the video, his
Okay.
name is Adam. He's the only Adam I know, though.
I've never met a Mexican Adam, and I've never met a black guy named Adam.
He's white. Yeah, he's white. Too. Yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Weiss.
Yeah.
He dressed like a cholo though. He's like wears like Dickie
Shout out
jumpsuits
Adam.
and shit.
Shout out him on everything. Shout out.
So who's the who's the rookie of the year for the NBA?
Good question.
And I have one more question after that too, by the way. John Morant.
By
John
far.
Morant's the
Dude
rookie of the
is
year.
dude is
yeah,
crazy.
I agree.
I'm sad that the Suns didn't draft him and Devin Booker didn't link up.
Hey,
would've
that would've been crazy.
Where's Zion? I want to know.
I forgot about Zion.
Where
low-key.
is Zion Williamson?
He's supposed to be playing on the Christmas low
If I
key.
see that fuck ass Jordan commercial where he's dunking again, I ain't see shit on the court. I don't give a fuck what he did on the court. I want to see something on the
I think he tore
court.
the meniscus. I don't
So
think
it's
he
over
stretched
for
it.
him?
Oh, he did
No,
it.
no.
He did
Meniscus
it.
is
You
what
said
you
it like it
want.
wasn't. That sounds like a big word. What the fuck? That's not-
Meniscus is one of the main three of the knee that
Yeah.
you do want to tear. You don't want to tear ACL.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to tear the MCL.
Got
so
you.
he's gonna be back. From what I
And
heard,
that was in the preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hurt himself.
So-
he's-
Has
You
it
know-
been 8 weeks?
I believe it's hit like.
All right.
it's
So
like
where's
now.
Zion? Where's Zion at? It
But
been
you
2
want to be
months.
cautious, man.
It was a
doing
lying
light
injury.
shoot arounds, like
Right.
shoot arounds.
They were lying. They were lying. They didn't want to scare the people. That's why they said it was like, yeah, it's just a little quick little.
Yeah.
Oh,
was
so it was big.
It was they
Yeah, it
covered
was low
up?
key kind of big. Yeah, they
Okay,
covered
it
it
was
up.
a
That was a
cover-up.
cover up job.
Okay, so question: who is the sleeper team that you guys had?
I'm gonna say
Because I said that the Jazz weren't gonna be as good, and they're not.
Damn, I was wrong about the Jazz, bro.
I just seen. I was like Mike Conley's
I was
good,
very
but
wrong.
I don't think he's gonna get them over the hump. And
the Celtics are hooping.
They
the
are.
Celtics are hooping right
Kemba's
now.
killing it.
Yeah.
You know who's the sleeper?
Who?
Dallas. I didn't have
Yo.
Dallas this high. They're number 2, or they might be 3 now, right?
Yeah.
Shout out Mark Cuban
Fourth? Okay.
for
Well,
doing them picks and having Christian Porzingis and
Porzingis
Luka.
he
Yes.
got a case
Hey.
over the summer.
Yeah.
Now
gotta-
when you in Dallas, baby, we get that.
Yeah,
You remember Michael Irvin?
yeah. Cuban will make that go away.
Cuban
bro.
made that go
Yeah.
away with a Shark Tank fucking ticket real quick.
Hey,
Boom.
his name isn't Christian.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not. I was
it's Christoph?
It's not
Chris
Christian.
Stapps.
Chris Stamps?
Chris
What'd
Stapps.
you call him?
Christoph?
He said
What
Chris.
is- what about Christian Mingle over there? Christian.
I hate you waiting for her to correct
I
it
was-
so he can mock me.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to mess up. I knew it happened one time this
I fucking
episode.
hate
What's his
that.
name? Christmas?
All right, man.
Hey, the second team. And Reem, me and Reem
Right.
were talking about this because he was like, hey, man, Devin Booker, he taking the money over trying to win.
He did.
They're number 8 in the West.
That's not good. That's one spot away from not being in.
the Suns.
Yeah.
They weren't even projected to even be like top 10.
You know what
Yo,
I don't like
fuck
about the
the
Suns?
Suns.
You know what I don't like about the Suns?
They ain't never been good.
They were number 1,
Good in the 90s.
and then
I'm already,
and then 4
you know,
weeks later, now they're
Steve
number
Nash.
8.
Barkley.
Well, that's,
Sure.
That's what I don't like about the
that's
Suns.
just the league,
Dang,
though. I mean,
were
you
nice with
should
Barkley.
know that. But the fact that they're still in the playoffs, that's
So can we?
a very
So
good
can we
thing.
make a bet?
I need it.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
you're not one. You don't want to bet on the Suns.
I
Yeah,
don't know
nigga.
about
Yeah,
that.
all
I
right.
mean, we're just coming to the Christmas break. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like we get down to it like after the All-Star break.
I was gonna say that
After All-Star
Ask me
break, like
that All-Star break.
see where they're at.
I have a question.
If they're in 7,
I have a question,
Right.
Speak. Because a lot of the sports out here in the States have been going out to Mexico
Yes,
and doing. How has that been out there that you've seen? Like, especially like I know the Raiders played a game out
yeah, I
there.
went to the Raiders Texan at the Azteca Stadium. It's like the biggest stadium in North America. It's like where they had like the World Cup finals twice. It's-
Nice.
You could do like it's like, bro, it's just a big ass stadium. You could fit like 120,000
Was it
people
sold
in that
out?
shit.
Shit.
Yeah, for sure
See,
sold out.
man, that's
for
tight.
sure. But like because it's so massive, like they make like some of the tickets are cheap, you know, like to sit in the nosebleeds or whatever. But that shit is 100,000 people to fucking watch the Raiders play the Texans. They just have
That's crazy.
Yeah, like the NBA does a couple games
Hey,
every
shit,
year.
they're making a G League team out there.
That's what CJ was telling me,
Damn.
and I'm like, well,
That's gonna be big.
yeah, and like my reaction was like, Mexicans count. I
I
have a
seen-
lot of Mexican pride, but I see people at the park like shooting. I'm just like, bruh, like none of these fools have height, technique, no passing.
Who's a
no
hard,
I
who's a
had-
hard
I had
Mexican basketball player in the NBA?
I don't know Mexican, but I know my dude Carlos Arroyo. He's Puerto Rican. Remember
Oh
him?
no,
Yeah.
old boy from the Mavs.
JJ Barrera.
Yeah.
He's from
Oh, he is
Spain.
Mexican.
He's from Spain.
Oh, is he from Spain?
JJ's
okay.
from Spain.
Okay.
Hey,
The Spanish can hoop.
They can. I had a player.
I don't know. them.
Margasol,
I had a player.
Margasol.
I had a
Spain.
player over the year
Oh,
at Notre
okay.
Dame. His name was Louis. He's from Mexico,
Oh,
and we
okay.
got him up for a year, and he went back to Mexico, and now he's playing
Okay.
for professionally.
But
So
so but they're gonna bring, obviously it's gonna be a mix of dudes from the States
For sure.
and like
just to give it a little,
yeah, mix of dudes
balance.
from the States playing in the
yeah.
G
But the
League.
fact that you can,
Earl Watson.
hey, he is Mexican. He is Mexican.
never- Wait, it's
a
He's from-
Mexican
he's
named
from-
Earl?
He's from Kansas City.
Is
but
he the first Mexican named Earl?
yeah, my. I mean, because he's
him
from
and the first black guy named
He's from
Adam.
Kansas City.
Yeah, the first black guy they had him is
Earl, Mexican Earl Black Adam.
That's
Yeah.
rare, man.
That's funny.
Nah, but that's gonna be dope because it's gonna be a Mexican player in the league
Yeah, eventually.
for sure.
Oh man.
That's dope.
Developmental league.
So moving away from hoop,
Man, I got
you
more,
know,
but,
football's been pretty lit. Lamar Jackson's breaking every record,
Dude, it's
shitting on
crazy.
everything.
I seen that the Chiefs beat the first team to beat the Patriots in New England in like so many
Yeah,
years.
shout
That's
out.
fucking insane.
Yep.
The end is near.
Ain't nobody beat them.
The end is near, bro.
New
And that's
England?
okay.
It
Tom
always
Brady
happens.
got 6 rings. It's
It al-
okay, man.
It always happens. You know what it feels like?
What?
Black conspiracies.
Damn.
They're back. Black conspiracies.
Oh my God.
It just kind of feels like Belichick is sabotaging Tom Brady a little bit. Like the team is like, It's
someone,
like-
Because he said he wanted
but
to
I
dip
thought it
or
was
he
troll
would.
talk.
I hate
I thought it was troll
Belichick.
talk. I see somebody say that.
nah, it's just like
I hate
he's
the
not getting any
Patriots.
players. He doesn't have any receivers. He doesn't have anything. I just think he wants him out. Like, bro, I'm tired of this. Like, I want a new quarterback.
Yeah, just get the fuck out.
Bro,
Go home.
I'm tired. Like, come
Go
on.
home, Roger.
Are they not cool? Is that like a facade?
Nah, they love each other.
No,
okay.
they're okay.
I was say I've read that they're not that
owner.
close.
I thought the owner and Tom
Yeah,
Brady
Robert
are
Kraft
close.
and Brady are close.
Yeah, that's
They've had a
close.
long relationship.
Yep.
Just like any long relationship.
Yeah.
Coach, player, he's probably sick of his shit.
And then you get attached winning wise. Like you might hear you're only winning because of Tom Brady talk. And then you're like, bro, I could do this
without him. He's in my system.
So his old ass. Okay.
It kind of feels like it. They
Black
just it's like
Trim.
there you go, baby. I drop one like every three episodes.
God.
YouTube conspiracy.
The Browns ain't doing shit. Odell Beckham ready to leave
I heard
soon.
he out.
He ready to go. We had big hopes for him and Juice Landry, and just didn't do anything.
Dysfunctional organization.
The Rams lost to not the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
Yeah, it was the Seahawks. It was like a defining game in the stadium, like in the home, and they lost it all.
What about did the Cowboys lose?
Cowboys ain't doing
Cowboys
nothing, but they're
are
still
trash.
number one in their division some way, somehow.
I seen them lose to the Bears, maybe I think it was. And then I seen them
Thanksgiving Day. That was
who
trash.
they played last game.
they got their ass whooped.
Got their ass whooped
man.
Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
I love it.
They've lost a
At
lot,
the barbershop,
bro.
they were talking about like if they don't win this shit, it's a wrap.
Cowboy fans just gotta accept it. They're kind of like Raider fans.
It's over.
It's over.
They're holding on to the past.
It's
man.
over. I mean, you
That's
got
it.
Dak
Yeah.
and you got Zeke.
So do you think that they need to pay Dak?
Yes,
Why?
because they got it.
That's it.
They got it. They got it, and so the other team is gonna.
Who is that?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Okay.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones.
I thought
Mr. Jones. When you get that kind of money, you gotta call him Mr. Jones.
Old racist billionaire.
He's lit.
I love old rich racist. That's my favorite.
You gonna stand for my flag?
That's
You gonna stand?
That's
What?
that's my favorite mix of things. If you're gonna be like at that spectrum of evil,
better be old and
you better
racist.
be old, white, rich, racist.
Then the stem. We're not even gonna go to that. We're not gonna go to that. That's gonna get dark. That'll go dark.
What I like about Jerry Jones is he said, I ain't never caught a hand cramp signing a check.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's trying to pay Dak, bro.
Do you think he should?
He doesn't have the eye test. Everything
doesn't.
on paper checks. But with me, it's like you gotta have that eye test if you're gonna be playing for America's team.
They
And
pay Zeke. They might as well pay Dak.
yeah, Zeke is the best running back in the league. And he has an eye test.
But
He
Jerry
ain't better
Jones,
than
Jerry
McCaffrey.
Jones was cashing out on Tony
This year?
Romo all
True.
those years.
They had that close relationship.
They had a
though.
very, that's like because Romo was trash and Jerry Jones was for sure giving
Hey,
him the
Romo
big-
got so much money, blew it, and then went to CBS and is still getting paid. And now he's gonna be one of the highest paid sports because I love listening to him.
Yeah, I do too.
Do the game.
He's
man.
pretty good. He's actually pretty good on commentary, better than he was playing.
Definitely.
But they paid him though.
He was a choke
yeah,
artist.
but when you're cool with the owner, bro, you're good. You're not going nowhere.
Respect.
Oh my god. So anyway, moving on with let's see, what else we want to talk? Boxing. So we got Speak here. Kind of talk
the
about
boxing lore.
The
Anthony
boxing
Joshua,
guy.
man, the heavyweight champion of the world.
What's going on in the boxing world right now?
Man, a lot of fuckery in the heavyweight division, man. You know, my fat helm, what's his name? Andy Ruiz.
He did.
He came out the cut. He slept Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
They just had the rematch last weekend in fucking Saudi
that?
Arabia. Anthony Joshua boxed the shit out of him.
Wow.
He looked like Lennox Lewis. He's tall, long, jabbed the shit out of him, stayed out of his dangerous, zone or whatever. He
Yeah.
like kept him at a distance. He knew like he couldn't beat him like in a toe-to-toe fade.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, like I'm taller than you. You're short, fat. You came in 15 pounds. This fool, Andy Ruiz came in. He won the heavyweight title, won all the goddamn belts, got the bag. You're headlining
And went to Raising
a
Cane's.
championship fight. Yeah. He went to the taco truck. This fool came in, bro. He's like barely 6'1". He came in like almost 300 pounds. He put
In
on
boxing?
He put in 15. He put on 15 pounds. He came in at like 270.
I thought you had to be like a
crazy.
certain weight to actually
Heavyweight is like a whole
Yeah,
big
heavyweight.
spectrum.
Once you hit once you hit 200, you could go all the way up.
Yeah.
As long as you can box.
Bro, but he came in at
pounds
almost
extra.
300 pounds. It got like punched on, man. Like you won the title. He won the title. It is crazy because like you'd go on his Instagram after he won the title. He's on all the talk shows. Oh man, like because this short, fat Mexican guy. All of a sudden you're the heavyweight champion. He was on all the talk shows.
He was showing on everything.
That's dope. Though.
His next Instagram post, look at I bought a Rolls Royce. So you could see like day to day how he was living.
Yeah,
bro. He got lost in the sauce.
He was Rocky 2,
bro.
Rocky 3. I mean, with Clever Lane when he got on.
He went all the way to.
That's exactly who it is.
Went to Saudi Arabia, got his ass beat.
By the same guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he beat Anthony Joshua the first fight.
And Anthony Joshua came back and
came back, took it seriously. Like,
okay, so I have a question from a technical box watcher.
Wilder sucks.
Boxing watcher.
Is that what
damn, out the gate.
I knew you were gonna ask me. Wilder sucks.
So from a boxing standpoint, how good is he? Because I don't know.
Okay, look, like the metrics are crazy, right? Especially because we live like in a very, visual society, right?
Yeah.
We live in a very everything is memes.
Right.
Everything. I mean, like, we live in a society. I sound like a jackass. We live it. Everything is so visual, right? So when you got enough like firepower, like he does, like he could touch you and either knock. He could be losing every moment of 6 rounds, 8 rounds, 9 rounds, touch you once, knock you out cold.
Right. That's what it seems like.
So that doesn't make you good.
He could touch you and like put you down.
Right.
No, but well, people will argue that. People are like, what do you mean he's not good? He's got this crazy power. He's never lost a fight. He's knocked out.
Never lost.
He's literally knocked out everyone but Tyson Fury. So
who came back like Undertaker.
Yeah. Even looking at that fight, like people only like his fans' argument is like, well, yeah, like he knocked down Tyson Fury twice. It's like, okay, like he got knocked down twice, but watch the rest of the fight. Tyson Fury like made him look like
he did
a schoolyard, like a scrub.
You're taking Tyson Fury over Deontay Wilder.
He's already proved he could outbox him, and Wilder proved he could touch you once and go to sleep.
Yep.
So does having the ability to, So does having, and even his last fight, he was getting outboxed for 6 rounds.
That's what they were saying.
He didn't do shit for 6 rounds. Now follow you, throw this crazy bomb, and the fight's over.
Right.
So does having one punch knockout power and the ability to knock someone out in one punch, is that being good? Is that being like skillful? Like
by the paper, only on paper,
only on paper, because it can get you out of any situation. I'm losing every round.
Yep.
I'm thinking about it like
I'm being embarrassed, but I can hit you and the
Yep.
fight's over. That's boxing and like MMA are like the only sports where you know in basketball you can't be down with a minute left in the game. You can't be down 25 points.
And shoot a full court shot.
Shoot a full court shot. And, you won the game. That doesn't exist in any other sport. But that doesn't exist in any other sport. But like boxing or like MMA.
Yeah.
So it's like, is he good? I was like, his stats say he's very good.
Right.
And
But technically
I think he's very good at knocking people out. No, it's like
I respect that.
you're like 6'7".
That was a very well put because I was like that makes sense because I was wondering too because I'm not really into boxing but I am and I watch it. They're entertaining.
He can knock someone out and people pay to see knockouts, and that's the thing people remember. People don't talk about, man, well, like the casual fan, they're not going to say like, oh, well, he lost. He was losing 11 rounds against Tyson Fury and put him down in the 12th.
Right.
And looked like he killed him.
Right.
People are just going to remember that. People are going to remember that. The knockdown.
Was Mike Tyson a technical fighter?
Yeah, Mike Tyson was super technical.
Because
like
of his coach and stuff.
Yeah, he punched in combos. He came in with head movement. He set stuff up with the jab.
Is he the greatest heavyweight?
Nah, like
Muhammad
Ali's the greatest heavyweight. Just like on resumes, like being undefeated doesn't make like contrary to like what like
I was gonna say does that make Mayweather the
contrary
great?
to what like a Mayweather like because there's been other undefeated fighters throughout the course of boxing.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a lot like even in modern times like the super middleweight like Joe Kazage like went undefeated. He went like 38-0 or some shit.
Damn.
And he was the champion of the super middleweight division
Didn't
for
Rocky
fucking 10 years.
Marciano go undefeated like twice? Like
he went undefeated
and then lost one and then went undefeated.
But all those metrics are super weird, and it's like weird comparing, right? Because Julio Cesar Chavez didn't lose his first fight. He didn't lose his he lost like his like 89th fight. Like he went like 89th and 0. He went like 88 and 0 and then lost his 89th fight. So it's like that's so annoying. So mad. But you know what I mean? Like if Roy Jones would have stopped after he beat like John Ruiz and never got knocked out, people would be like, man, well, Roy Jones is the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, you know, like so sometimes I think numbers can be deceiving.
Very.
Like,
good Lord.
Who's
Like,
one of your
especially in
top then?
basketball.
Who's your top?
Like modern times, like I like Floyd he's all time great defensively.
I like how you said that. All great time defensively.
He is the best ever.
He's the best defensive fighter I've ever seen. And when he was in the super featherweight and lightweight, he was super off. Like he had some of the best offense. Like he was throwing crazy punches.
But then when he moved to middleweight,
I think when he moved up, he became more safety first.
Yeah,
because maybe his hands weren't like, you know, they say for different reasons. Like maybe he didn't have like the firepower he did when he was a lightweight. So he's like, oh, but I could hit you with a strong right every time you miss.
Yeah.
Because that's like as he like moved up, he became like a 2-punch guy. Like he would like
he fights like
he would fight off his shoulder and hit you and like counter with like a straight right, or like to set it up, like, or he would hit you with like a jab to the body or like a jumping hook. like you know what I mean? It's not like
Pacquiao does.
It's not like
Pacquiao,
but it's not like, but compare like the way Pacquiao fought when Pacquiao was coming up. Pacquiao would just like two-fisted assault. Like you're being like
from every angle. He's so unorthodox with
it. But yeah, like I think like Mayweather, like Pacquiao,
fights like somebody owes him money,
are for sure all-time greats.
Right.
Even Pacquiao, like 37, just like
who's that dude that y'all showed me? You and Cassius showed me, and you were like, this is one of the best comebacks of all time. And it was like some dude that was losing, and he kept coming back. It was a Mexican dude. He kept losing.
That's like Diego Corrales.
Yes, and he came back. That was one of the dopest fights I've ever seen. That was Diego Corrales, she said.
And Floyd kicked his ass too. Like, Floyd like knocked him down 8 times. Like,
he did. Made him look foolish.
Yeah, and it was at the time when like they were both junior lightweights, and like Diego was undefeated, knocking everyone out. Mayweather was like the flashy guy. Yep. He dogged Diego.
You know what my favorite is?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, who's your favorite?
I like Bernard Hopkins of all time.
Hey, that's the guy who got knocked out. Like he's old as hell.
He got knocked out of the ring. Yeah.
Yes.
You're laughing.
Me that.
What?
Don't you didn't see him
knocked out of the ring? That was one of the funniest things ever.
That's not funny.
It was funny.
That's how you. But that's how. No, he was 51.
Yeah, he was 50.
Why was he fighting at 50?
Because he's crazy.
Because he could.
You shouldn't fight anybody at 50 years old.
Bernard Hopkins, longest reigning middleweight champion of all time. He won the undisputed title at the age of 36, which is like most people are like winding down their careers.
Yep.
Went up to the fucking light heavyweights in his 40s, won the title 3 times. Like,
see, when I hear stories like this,
he won a title at 50. Hopkins won a title at 50.
He did.
A light heavyweight title.
But you know what happened after that?
What?
He got knocked through the ring.
Yeah.
And then in his
That's how you get
his post-fight interview, he said, I don't even know why they stopped it, man. They're hating on me.
The system hating on me. They don't want. I was like, bro,
fucking system.
No, that's the. I mean, you know,
see,
that's how you get rid of the cranky old man, though, because like, I think like the establishment of boxing was always trying to like get him out because like he's just mean, cranky, fights dirty, just stubborn, old.
Yep.
And then
exactly how he fights.
mean, old, crazy.
Yeah.
That's how he fights, bro. Rough you up, grab on you.
They were always trying to replace him, like whether it was with like Antonio Tarver or Jermaine Taylor.
I remember Antonio Tarver.
The establishment always had. He looked like Kevin Garnett.
Yes, yes, he did.
The establishment always had like a new guy they were trying to like get Hopkins out the paint with, and then finally it's just like, bro, you're old, you got knocked out the ring, just call it, bro.
Just leave, bro. Just leave.
Like, knockout and Zab Judah, by far the funniest.
See, I hear stories like this, and I'm like thinking, like, how can Mayweather say he's the greatest?
Costa Zoo.
Yeah.
I mean, Mayweather. I mean,
like he said he's the greatest,
lost.
but you just told me about someone. He said 80. How many losses did he?
Chavez went like 88-0.
He fought over 100 times, right?
Yeah, he's fought over
100.
Like
Homie fought
100, 115 and 5.
So you think Mayweather coming out of retirement isn't like crazy?
No, because he didn't take a lot of damage in his career, and even his fighting style. Like, it's on some Bernard Hopkins shit. Like,
he can fight till he's 50.
Yeah, he can fight till he's 50 because he didn't take damage, and he knows every fucking defensive trick in the book. Hopkins knew how not to get hit.
Yeah.
Are you
same
cashing
way.
out for the next Mayweather fight?
No, like
Guys,
for-
no.
Me neither. no.
Mayweather's a scam, bro. Mayweather.
It's a boring fight. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, Mayweather's like at this juncture, even like the fight with like Pacquiao that happened a couple years ago, like that fight was like 6 years too late.
Way
I was
too late.
over.
Or even the fight with McGregor, like the fact that anyone ever thought like Conor McGregor's like, man, I don't know.
He
he's-
held his own though. He held his own.
Nah, rewatch it. Mayweather carried him, bro. Mayweather allowed him to hang in there.
Bro, he would have beat him up in 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah,
max.
Mayweather allowed him. I'll tell you what I think happened. I think Mayweather and people in his camp put a bet on Floyd because they gamble, bro.
I
Yeah,
can't even
I
know.
feel
So look,
I
this is what I
feel
think
you.
happened. I think
Look
because
how
I
mean he
think
looks.
Mayweather carried McGregor.
Uh-huh.
So because Mayweather's an avid gambler, I think people.
Oh no!
no, wait.
This is black conspiracy.
No, but I see this happening. No, fighters put bets on themselves all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like people in his camp or him, they put a wager. They're like, all right, let's make it to the 9th round or 10th round or whatever it was.
Mhm.
Get to the 10th round, cover the spread, knock his ass out.
Yep.
'Cause
Make
he-
sure you knock him out in this
yeah,
round.
knock. Yeah, I think he definitely did that,
Yeah.
and a lot to cover the spread. And I think a lot of people made money.
You know what's funny? I was
because
listening.
McGregor cannot box.
Nah.
I was
bro.
listening to Mike Tyson's podcast, and he was talking,
I've heard
and
a
he
couple times.
and he was interviewing a mafia guy, like an old mafia
Yeah.
boss or something, and he was just talking about how like different athletes owed him money or like owed the mafia money because they would like gamble in casinos and then get in like 200 G's in like debt, and then they'll go to another casino and do it. So then them mob bosses will get together and be like, all right,
Hey, was he
so
in here
this is-
last week?
Come talk to me. This is what you're gonna do. They'll be like, all right. They'll try to pay him back. They're like, look, I know you can't pay me, so this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Match
in the
fixing.
4th quarter, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna throw it to this receiver.
Wow,
And that's it.
just throw a
and,
game.
then, and then your debt will be clear.
Yeah.
I mean, you
So
know,
for
I'll
one
do that.
move,
I ain't gonna lie, I'll
if
do that.
if you owe the
I would
mob
too.
$400,000 or whatever, and this is in the 80s,
Because they put probably crazy parlay
I'll
bets.
dribble
Yes.
the ball
'Cause those
right
aren't-
off my foot.
Those aren't typical bets. You can't go like, you know what I mean? Those are like crazy parlays. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like it's not like, all right, the Lakers are gonna win by, they're gonna cover the spread by, they're gonna win by 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are bets you could place. So those crazy parlays are, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when you bet like on boxing and stuff like
Yeah.
that too, it's like, all right, this guy's gonna, I think he's gonna get knocked out in the 11th. Not just the bet, okay, you're gonna win, but you're gonna win in the 11th with a knockout.
Right.
Crazy.
Not a ref stoppage and knockout.
Yeah.
that's deep.
That's the only way you win on a boxing bet,
Like
though.
big-
'Cause everything
big
else
money.
is like, there's like minus 800.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
that's
You're
like
just
on
betting on the
Pulp
win.
Fiction when he was like, "Don't let."
Yep.
When he was like, "Don't let confidence get into your head" or
I
something
love
like that.
Yeah.
match fixing. I like that's,
I love match
I love
The original jig.
shave the points off the
Would you do that?
Rose?
cover the
If
spread.
you're an athlete and you're in debt, would you throw
With
a game?
the mob?
Yeah.
Oh, don't ask me.
Of course I would.
You know what I'm doing.
I would never be in debt with the mob, though.
Me either.
But yeah, if I was,
I
of course.
probably would be in
Yeah,
debt with
yeah.
the mob, so I would have to.
I would have you be in debt with the mobs.
Yeah, and there to cover like my gambling losses or something. I could see that happening. And when you're like an athlete and you gamble like Jordan and those fools and Barkley, and once you like run out of cash or whatever that you're playing, like bro, because you're famous and they know you're making X amount of dollars. Bro, like any regular person has to do credit check, give me your ID,
Yeah.
put up some property. They're like, oh no, Mr. Barkley, Mr. Jordan, here's
your thing.
here's another 200,000. We'll just add it to your tab.
Right.
Yep.
What?
Does it have like? What about? Is it a big game though? Like a playoff game or just a regular?
Who cares?
You got
Nigga, they'll
gotta.
wait
it
till the
does
Super
care.
Bowl.
See, that's crazy.
I love that.
That's
They'll wait
crazy.
till the game that counts on your life. You're missing
Yeah.
the field goal. They'll let me
Yeah.
a kicker.
See, that's crazy.
They'll let me a kicker probably gets his debt clean every time.
The bigger
Just miss.
the bigger the game, the bigger the game, the
That's
higher
too-
the
that's too
reward.
deep.
Yep.
In gambling,
I can't throw
Exactly.
I can't throw game 5 away.
All right, man. So
All right, my
moving-
favorite. Hold on.
Your
my
favorite. Go ahead.
boxer.
Oh yeah, my bad. So sorry, Reem. Your favorite boxer.
And I know
I would love to know.
Speaker's probably gonna like this pick too.
Who is
Yeah.
it?
Prince Nassim.
Hamed.
I remember that.
Oh, that's a swag that dude that always came out
Doing
dancing.
backflips and shit.
Yep.
Was he really
Moonwalking.
tight boxing though?
Yeah, for like his run, he was great. And
He's in the Hall of Fame.
and
He's
he
a-
put
he's in the Hall of
on
Fame.
originally was the one that put on for the smaller fighter. Like
What's
people
his name
watching
one more
that.
time?
Prince Nassim Hamed.
Prince Nassim.
Yeah,
Hamed.
he was.
I would randomly see him late night, like on HBO.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like
He'd come out.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, he was the first.
Yeah, grooving.
Yo, he was the first. Like now it's easy to put it like in perspective. Like okay, like Mayweather's like Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather's getting all a cut of the pay-per-views, the stadium, the tickets, the hot dogs.
Shout out Jay Prince.
Yeah,
Put him on the on.
They get, Mayweather gets a cut of like everything, but like I think like Nassim Hamed was like the first
Brand.
smaller weight guy.
Yeah.
Because he was like, dude, he was a featherweight. He was 124 pounds.
He was a featherweight.
was hella skinny.
Selling out Wembley Stadium, coming in on magic carpets,
Yeah,
knocking
bro.
dudes out.
He really did.
so
hanging out with
swagged
Michael
out.
Jackson, and one of his fights, like he came out like dancing behind like this screen. He made the other guy wait in the ring 10 minutes. There's fire, explosions. They're playing
Bro, he
Wu Tang
is tight.
gravel pit. He's like shaking down the ring. Yo, he was hanging out with like Wu Tang and Michael Jackson. But he
That's
was,
so tight.
The most lit.
he was the first like multi-million-dollar like featherweight.
No
he had like
shit.
an Adidas endorsement, billboards, commercials.
I would see dude like, who is this guy? Like,
Yeah.
he's so lit.
Oh
he
my
got
God.
so much money in the UK, and then he came to the States. But like his states his like run in the States was like from like 97 to like 2001.
Word.
And then like he's rich. Like look up his net worth, bro. Like Nassim
That's too deep.
Hamed is super rich still, but he was the first of his kind, really.
Too much swag. That's the first dude I seen when I was young.
And I love
was like,
shout out Allah
too much
before every
swag.
fight.
He did.
Hamdu Allah, Allah Akbar, and like,
That's too deep.
but yeah, he was. Think about that. To
He
be
got his net worth
33.
33 million
Yeah.
for a featherweight
Yeah.
33
In the
mil.
90s.
in the 90s.
In the
Yeah,
90s.
bro.
Oh, that's today. He
That's
still
the-
has 33 million, like
that's
right
the
now.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
And he probably burned through like 100 mil.
Yep.
he
Cool,
got,
honey.
he got 30 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's lit. Well, moving right along to the last
Prince.
part of the show,
That's
the
a good one.
conclusion. One of my favorite parts. I look forward to do this part with Speak because this is going
What
to get
is
very
it?
funny.
Every part is.
I feel that one.
Best and worst with Treem Hefner.
Best and worst. I've heard this. I've heard this little
This little gig you got going
This
on.
little gimmick you got on your show.
This is perfect for someone.
Would you play? Would you rather? I already told you in the car. Whatever it is, you're at the top of the worst list ever. Worst hat, you. Second.
I got a worse hat than Kel. Kel's hat is so small.
And little.
It's small and little.
Fuck them goggles.
He got goggles on.
You got me.
Best and
So-
worst with Treem Hefner.
What is the list?
What is the list?
What is the thing? I'm ready.
What is the list? Best and worst
Okay.
Christmas movie.
Ooh.
Okay.
I got
Don't-
my best. Worst.
I got my best. I got to think of the worst.
worst Christmas movie.
Yes.
No, it's some bad ones out there.
It's a lot of bad ones.
There's a lot of bad ones. Who goes first?
You can go first if you
We go
want.
first. The best Christmas movie is a tie between either. It's a three-way.
You have to pick one.
It's a three. Okay, really?
Yes, it's Reams rules.
Is
1-1.
It's a five-way tie. Hold on.
It's a five-way tie
is
between.
Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Very
Die
good
Hard won?
question.
It takes place during Christmas.
Yeah, I guess it's a
does.
Christmas movie
It's a
then.
part of the plot point.
It definitely does.
It's like
Yes, it
okay,
is.
then the best Christmas movie of all time is Die Hard. The worst. That's easy. The second, the worst Christmas movie of all time, like Tyler Perry Christmas.
Anytime very Christmas.
Medea Christmas?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Medea Christmas. I got my answer.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's easy.
Got mine.
But I'm gonna say honorable mentions. Jingle All the Way.
Hold on. We do honorable mentions at the end.
Okay,
At the
we'll
end,
do
at the
honorable
end, at the
mentions.
end.
Sorry.
I'm gonna do mine.
Medea Christmas. Worst.
Yeah, my worst. Thank
My-
you.
my
Speedy.
number
How did he
one.
make $1 billion? How does he have a movie studio? Like,
Right. Because black people support him.
Yeah,
Black
there's-
people support him.
middle-aged black people.
My mom watches his movies, and I think it's like really weird.
Really?
Little Mexican lady watching Medea.
They're like Lifetime movies.
Medea.
Yeah.
I love
Medea.
Medea.
Nah,
The little twang on
that's
it.
a Mexican. Medea.
That's a Mexican.
Medea. Meet away, Medea.
All right, best Christmas movie. Just because my birthday's on Christmas,
That's
so
why I asked you
I'm the
this.
ambassador of this shit.
And this will drop sometime before Christmas.
And I'm gonna have to say, all around Christmas movie is A Christmas Story. Ralphie,
Oh,
You
my
put your hand with that thing.
best Christmas movie.
You're fucking 70 years old for that. Bitch.
It's the best all around Christmas movie.
Him getting his revenge on
and it's
the
a two-way
bullies.
tie. Yeah,
And he fades the bully
he
shit.
fades the
Yeah,
bully.
right.
in
Red
his
Ryder
dumb ass. In his dumbass jumpsuit. Push his ass over like
He fucking help! I can't get out.
that's so
He
sad.
gets his tongue stuck on a pole. It's a lot of great life lessons in that movie, and it all comes together with them eating duck in a restaurant. Beautiful,
Great film.
You like
great
that?
film.
It made,
And
it made you feel good?
Yeah, it did. Second, but a horrible movie. my most hated Christmas movie is gonna have to be Santa Claus 2. Tim Allen, the sequel to Santa Claus 1. And they try to redo the story with like a grown-up kid, and no one cares about a 12-year-old riding big front seat of Santa's sleigh. I don't give a fuck about a teeny.
I hate the plot of the Santa Claus movie. The first one is fire, but I just hate that if Santa Claus dies and you read this card, you're Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's not okay. So if Spider-Man gets killed and I happen to come across his body, I'm Spider-Man.
Yes, exactly.
According to that.
That's not. I hate that logic. That's not real.
Oh my God.
That's the worst.
Go ahead, Kel.
My favorite, I put this on Twitter and people responded. A lot of people responded. I didn't even think it was that big of a deal. Home Alone 1.
Okay.
I like it more than Home Alone 2.
I was gonna say over.
I do.
Oh, you like it over Home Alone 2?
I do. And that's what the roar was on Twitter. Like everybody was cussing
You like
me
Home
out.
Alone 3.
Hey, bro.
I love Home Alone 3.
I hate Home Alone 3. Fuck Home Alone 3.
There's a Home Alone 3.
He
Oh, yeah,
only-
with a different kid. I see
He
that.
only likes that because Scarlett Johansson is in it.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Home Alone 3. I hate them chasing after a fucking race car
I
trying to
hate
get
that
a
whole
chip.
stupid plot.
I'm
That's a
looking for
good
this
plot, bro.
special chip that's
that
in
plot.
this car.
Nah, but you know what though? Number 1, I know it's a little slower than 2, but I think the
Home Alone 1.
what?
Home Alone
Home
1.
Alone 1.
Yeah, Home Alone 1.
Come on,
Hey, why did he yell that out like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, Kale just said that. We know, bro.
This you
Hey,
just
fuck
scared,
you, okay?
scared me like what? What?
Alhamdulillah. That's what you said. That's Home Alone 1. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, we get it, Big C.
You know,
Number 1 is a little bit more slower, but I think the tricks he does, or what do you call them? The stunts?
traps.
The traps
The
he
traps.
pulls at the end are funnier than the second one.
I feel you.
They're just
Yo,
a little funnier than
Nah.
Joe Pesci's the real MVP of both those films.
And I'm
Yes.
just,
I love-
it's just a little bit funnier in the first one, bro. When the spider's on him and he hits him with a crowbar, like it's just so many.
That's
funny
attempted
ass moments.
murder, like-
literally, bro.
like,
Hey, my nigga, hold on. But the second one,
It's tight.
the
I get
second
it.
one, they had a burning rope. They were fucking. My nigga was electrocuted.
Yeah, like,
That scene is hilarious.
it
What?
definitely is
Come
fun.
on,
And no,
Kel.
for sure. I'm not saying it's like it sucks. I love both of them, but if I had to pick, I'm picking number 1.
I feel you.
I
just me.
saw this tweet. Like someone said, like, man, that Home Alone is bullshit. That movie would not work these days. Like
Like, what?
everyone has cell phone, FaceTime. How the fuck you gonna know your kid's not with you?
It would never work.
Yeah, true.
That's the only thing about the movie that makes no sense.
Can I
Like,
say-
how do you know it not know your
Because
kid's
it
with
was
you?
chaotic, bro. You
Yeah.
see that, like
That
bro,
doesn't make sense. What do you mean?
You're taking
The
got, like,
youngest
you take
son is
everyone in
not
your-
with
there's
you.
You take everyone in your
10 people that live in the
You
house.
take everyone in your fucking family to Paris, France.
Yeah, and
everyone's late.
you're not
they're
even in the
rushing.
car with them.
And also that was
It's
the thing
possible.
too because he was
It's
Definitely
possible.
possible.
because
It's
he was
rich. It's rich white people
Yeah,
possible,
it's-
but it's
okay.
possible.
Okay.
Well, also
Black
he was,
people ain't
definitely
forgetting
second.
shit. As expensive
Yeah.
as the tickets to Paris was,
No,
no.
your ass is getting on the
Your ass is
plane.
getting on
Yeah,
that
for
fucking
sure.
plane. Hurry the fuck
sure.
up
I will
too.
beat your ass.
I literally was just watching the second one, and
Yeah.
how he got lost. That could happen.
But like, yo, the crazy thing is like, but I think I was also part of like the plot, right? Like, okay, it's a stretch, it's a reach, whatever. But
Right.
like, the thing was like, his family was like ignoring him, like,
Yes.
because he was little, and they
All
were
the
telling
time.
him,
Yeah.
they were hating on him, like, oh,
You know what
you're
I'm saying,
not in.
man?
That's like the moral of the story.
Kevin,
They're
you're
like,
a pest.
You're a pest.
Hey, what did they
You're-
say
bro?
in
You're
the
such a
French-
disease.
You're such a disease.
Like, I would be hot.
I
like,
was so mad.
If I was
like,
a little
fuck you,
kid,
Buzz.
Fuck Buzz.
I hate Buzz.
Fuck Buzz.
Buzz is alt right. Buzz grew up to be a Trump supporter. In my eyes,
Hey, you're that fucking
Buzz-
garbage guy.
Buzz is a waste.
Oh,
Buzz is grew up to
with
be a
the- with
waste
the
of
shovel?
time.
The shovel, the garbage guy with the shovel. That
No.
music that used to come on.
Reem has those
Dun,
boots.
dun.
Yes, he does.
Pretty cool.
Yes,
What
he
boots?
does.
As the same as the garbage man?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Every time that he looks at him, he just looks. that music will come on.
He really said he
Hey,
said
who's the worst villain, the bird lady or the garage guy?
no, the bird lady's a good guy though.
Yeah, she's not a villain.
She's a
In
hero.
my eyes, she was a villain in the first part of the movie. I was scared as
first
fuck
two
of her.
parts.
I was definitely scared though.
You're only
No.
saying that because she's homeless. That bitch is dirty, homeless.
She would come up with them birds.
She's
like,
covered in bird shit. She's evil.
Kevin, run!
Run, Kevin.
He gave her the turtle dove, bro.
The
Plus,
turtle
you know,
doves.
plus I grew up an only child, so I was like, if anybody, if I'm home alone, I'm fucking up anybody.
Yeah,
from
low
breaking
key.
my house.
I used
So,
to
you know,
do
he
little
inspired me.
drills when my parents used to leave. I did a
Hey.
drill a couple times to like make sure.
How's this? Remember that part? He was like, "Get off the phone and make me. Why don't you?"
Yeah.
I said that to my mom once.
Got
When she was on the
fucked up.
phone, bruh. She must have
slapped the hell
She
out
must
of
have took the strap off of her purse and whipped my ass. Crazy, but yeah, he inspired me.
Yeah, man.
My worst is I just thought of it because it was gonna be Medea Christmas.
The worst.
Fucking Christmas Eve, whatever the movie's called.
a very Medea Christmas.
I hate it. I went on a date to see this movie and I hated it.
What?
Elf.
What
hate that movie.
With Will Ferrell.
Ferrell.
That's controversial because people love Elf.
I hate that movie.
Elf. I hate he
I
drank
was
syrup.
sitting there
but
watching
it was-
this like, this movie sucks. There's nothing about it I
don't-
like. It wasn't funny.
I don't even remember
anything
watching
about
that.
it. Do you remember
movie's
Elf?
weak.
Speak?
Yeah, I remember Elf.
What went on with Elf? I don't remember Elf.
He was a normal human-sized baby that got left in the fucking
Never seen
North Pole or some shit. And he grew up. He's living like the elf life, but he's a human baby. And Will Ferrell's bigger than everyone. He's clumsy. He's breaking all the. He's not good at making toys. So he comes to America to like find his family.
It
or
was
some
weak.
Shit. Oh my god, we're gonna meet Santa. Like,
Came out in 2003. It was weak.
I remember he drank syrup and I was off of it.
Bro.
Oh, this is weird.
I don't remember. I don't think I've even seen it.
You might have to revisit it tonight.
I don't.
But it's
I'm good.
that's gonna be controversial because I know a lot of people who really like that film.
Same.
I'm indifferent towards it.
Hashtag
Like,
fuck
it's
Coach
not
Kel if
great.
you
It's
don't
not
like
bad. But
Elf.
it's like I can see how you don't like it. But like amongst our generation, a lot of people because that was in the Will Ferrell
Yeah,
wave.
it was.
A lot of
It
people
was.
like that shit.
Sorry, Will.
Reem, your best and worst.
I'm so glad we have different bests. This is a rare.
Yeah,
occasion.
usually we all have all the same.
No, we don't have all the same, but at least like two of us.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay.
Let's agree to
Fucking hate
disagree.
that Koofy.
Let's agree to agree.
Pisses me off
The
every
best,
time.
it's like it's kind of how I picked. I Know What You Did Last Summer as my favorite scary movie. I feel like Jingle
Speaks
All the Way
basically.
is the best.
I
love
love
that movie.
That's everyone's honorary second. We
Yeah,
all know
it
that.
is.
Great film.
So,
For
I
sure.
can watch it over and over.
We talk.
Same.
Thank
Thank you for doing that. I was gonna ask you to say that.
Whose fucking bright idea was it to be like, yo, I got this idea. Who pitched that
Right.
film? Man,
Sinbad.
you know Sinbad, Different World? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator? It's Christmas.
They gonna be fighting.
Over a dog.
Well, Phil Hartman as the comedic relief in the whole movie.
Yep, rest in peace,
R.I.P.
Big Phil.
Phil Hartman.
His wife clapped him.
Hey,
Really? That's how he died.
Yeah, his
at
wife
the height
shot
of his
him.
at the height of
He
his
did.
fame.
Wife
He
killed
was
him.
in films. He had all those voices on The Simpsons, SNL. His wife
Yep.
shot him,
Popped
and then
him.
she committed suicide.
Dark.
It's a dark Christmas.
Dark.
That's a very dark.
It's a
movie.
dark Christmas.
But Jingle All the Way. The premise is insane.
It is,
It is.
but it's very
It's very
realistic.
insane.
Yeah,
Hey, it's
very realistic,
because
especially for how we
seen
grew
that-
up.
We seen that shit. People fighting over Game Boys,
Yep.
Yeah.
and,
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers,
And when
Furbies,
did it come out?
Elmos, Tickle Me Elmos.
Tickle Me Elmo was
My
definitely
mom
fought
tells
over.
me about
People were
her
catching
Tickle Me Elmo
bodies.
story about buying that for my niece. She
How
says
did she
it was
get one?
crazy.
Did she got
said,
one?
Yeah, my mom, come on, RN. She figured it out. My mom,
Damn, it
she
came out
literally
96
said it was
too?
deep.
Perfect time.
She said it was hardcore to like get toys. Like she said that was, and she said the Cabbage Patch Dolls when they first came out, it was crazy like that. She said it was deep. So I can understand Jing all the way for sure.
You see it happen every Black Friday. People getting trampled for.
It's a sick world, sick people.
What's
You too,
what's
Barnaby Jones.
You know what? I'm gonna be trolling for
Your
this
worst Christmas
yeah.
movie.
Man, Miracle on 34th Street, man.
Damn.
It's boring.
It's so boring.
It's boring. It's boring.
boring, overrated,
Yes.
white.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
It's like-
Slow.
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
It's very, yeah.
I
very,
can't
like-
tell you. Last
We
time I
watched
watched
that
it
in
all the way
class.
through.
I watched it like in fourth grade.
He
Hate
is
it.
Santa Claus. Like that's all I remember.
It's like the most popular Christmas movie, and I don't
It
get
is.
That movie
It's one of them.
stinks.
I don't.
All right.
Thank you. I'm so glad that everyone feels
Yeah,
that
remember
way.
31st Street's whack.
I thought y'all was gonna be
Boring as
trolling
fuck.
me.
Boring,
Yeah, it's fine.
boring, slow, white.
How y'all feel about It's a Wonderful Life?
It's cool.
That's one of my favorites.
It's a classic.
It's
Yeah.
a classic
It's a
Christmas
classic.
movie.
I have one more.
Nah.
Go ahead.
How do you guys feel about The Grinch? But the one Jim Carrey did in like the real
I
life?
like that.
I like that one too.
I did
that
too.
one.
But some people don't like it.
And I like a Muppet
Some people-
Christmas
some people
Carol.
say-
Muppet Christmas
Yeah.
is rare.
Love that one.
That
Forgot
was
about
lit.
that
And
one.
that,
actually.
but
That's
that-
a rare
but
one.
that's like an interpretation of "It's a Wonderful Life," like the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yep.
That's like a classic like formula now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
A lot of people have
cuss
done
out the
versions
Grinch,
of.
though. They say it's
Nah,
too,
that shit
they say
is
it's too slow.
Nah,
I liked it.
I like the Grinch.
Oh man. Well,
That was a good one.
we just gonna go again in here to play this song on the way out, man. But yeah, Speak. I appreciate you
Thank
coming
you
on
for
the show,
having
though,
me.
bro.
It was great. Everyone was fantastic. The crew, you guys, everyone but Kareem, who added nothing, to the conversation, brought no value to the show. I know someone at Apple. We're gonna run the analytics on the podcast because I'm pretty sure there's a drop off in viewership every time you talk.
We're gonna run the analytics.
The algorithm. We're gonna
The numbers in.
We're gonna Google it. We're gonna ask Jeeves.
Speak. What we got? Anything new in the future coming up from you, man? Or what's up? What's talking for you, man?
I told Reem, I was like, I have like a whole new album. I was like, I'm gonna drop a new album, and Reem's like, don't do it unless you got videos. He's right, but yeah, a lot of new music.
Don't you dare.
A lot of new music. Did a little for the last album, 1 album deal. We might renegotiate and do another one.
Oh shit.
They've been really good to me, so
That's tight, man. Well,
So,
where can
like,
people
yeah.
get your stuff, man? Shout out all your website, Instagram, all that stuff.
man, Twitter, Instagram, Speak with a Z at the end. Speaks, man. You can find all the music on Apple Music, Spotify, all streaming platforms under Speak. I should be like top of the pops on that shit. I think I'm the first thing that pops up, right underneath me. Speaker knockers. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Nav stole his whole style.
Damn.
It'd be
A
like that.
lot of people stole his style.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But that's another podcast for another
We'll
day.
go all that.
One that
Any
Kareem's
last
not
words,
invited
Ring?
Hey, I'm still mad about the fucking you saying I'm your father, the go dog go Mortimer Frog.
Well.
'Cause that was very funny.
Well,
That's how fast Speaks mind thinks though. That's why he's such a good freestyler. He's a good bagger and mocker as well.
Yes.
I told you how many grains of sand.
Oh, I hated that quote. Man. What was that quote?
How many grains of sand are on? If you add up every grain of sand,
I asked him
on the
how much
des-
memory was in his brain, and he replied,
how many grains of sand are there on the beach?
"Yes,
You don't know.
That's so
unlimited, infinite."
Unlimited.
I'm
Infinite.
Thanos. I'm Thanos for that.
Oh my God. Any last words? I mean, Kel.
Hey man, I'm looking up this Phil Hartman situation. Like y'all fucked me up, man. I'll never watch House Guest or Jingle All the Way the Same
We
again.
ruined
Yeah.
Christmas for you. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, we did.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's just wild.
Sinbad's also, side note, Sinbad's also in a great Disney original movie called
Yes.
First Kid.
Yes.
First Kid is the best.
Amazing.
Yes, it is.
Amazing film. And it's on Disney Plus. Shout out Disney Plus.
Shout out.
Trying to get that.
I'm cool. I'm not paying no money for that, man.
Oh, but yeah, I found out Rayman ain't even a real Disney.
He's not like
He
that.
doesn't like Disney
Not
like that.
I'm not.
He was a
Disney fan.
Nickelodeon baby.
I like
he was in the-
Disneyland.
He was
That's
in
it.
the.
That's what it is.
Reem was into My Little Pony and Sailor Moon and
Eureka's Castle.
Eureka's
I was
Castle.
into-
Eureka's Castle.
I was in the
Polly
fucking
Pocket.
Scarface and fucking
Oh, relax, nigga.
Trill shit,
Oh,
goon shit.
I hate
Oh my
that.
God. Well, anyway, for all your podcast needs, audio, visual, go to productiveculture.com/podcast. And how did you hear about us section? Put in ArtGoon Radio. Definitely get that special discount. Also, for all your
Yes,
clothes, accessories, go to utblifestyle.shop. Are we having a rehab come out by the time this out? What's up?
Christmas.
It's
Christmas?
just a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Don't trip.
And you know
That's
that.
an exclusive.
That's an exclusive.
We got an exclusive for
Save
y'all.
up those
Yeah.
The
Jeffrey
rehab
dollars.
is coming out.
Yeah.
Christmas.
We're coming out with 2 hoodies on Christmas.
Oh,
So,
shit.
All that Christmas cash, all those Visa gift cards you get, we accept all that on the website.
If you are a young entrepreneur trying to start a clothing line, always drop shit right around Christmas time because everybody got bread.
No excuse.
Nope.
And speaking of that, also around Christmas time, Big Cali World birthday weekend.
Man, whole
By the time this
week,
comes
week.
out, Big Cali birthday weekend, we going up. We had the 90-10 conference.
Yeah.
That's Saturday.
birthday weekend.
Yeah.
It's like Freaknik, but there's like no bitches or fun. It's,
Oh,
it's just you.
it's like freak nigga. No, that's the worst. That's dark.
It's just Big C taking dabs.
Nah.
Now this is the real stuff.
Oh my God. Nah, we have 90-10 conference coming up. You can definitely buy your tickets online. I don't know.
That's
By the
gonna be
time
a
this
good
come
one.
out, I don't know if it'll be. Yeah, it'll be that Friday. Yeah. So
Yep.
definitely buy your tickets online
Yeah.
for that unlimited mimosas. Trendy Chef cooking.
Trendy
I'm
Chef.
DJing. It's gonna be great.
That's bad.
Also, you're still about that Phil Hartman thing right now.
Right,
It's
fuck
messing
me
you
up.
up right now. I can tell.
You're about to have nightmares about it.
It's okay, bro. Also,
Demons running around that little head.
also, we have my birthday party / Christmas party at the S Bar.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Going up, free admission, no cover all night, but you must bring a donation for the homeless.
Yes.
Toiletries, feminine hygiene products, deodorant, I don't know, anything, socks, underwear, bring it in. Just unpack. Of course, in a package. Don't just bring some shit from y'all house in there. Make sure it's close. So yeah, we're doing that. And then feeling good, feeling great. For this podcast, it's on BigCaliWorld.com.
Yep.
Definitely the Big Cali World podcast is on there too, on all streaming services, YouTube, and
How many people do you suspect at your party are gonna not bring anything?
A lot, and they're gonna look crazy, and they're gonna have to pay a cover if they just don't bring anything.
How much is the cover gonna be? Make it like 50.
We're gonna make it like 100.
Yeah.
You gotta pay $100 if you don't bring
And donate
if you don't
to
bring
the
a
youth.
donation to the
Yeah.
homeless. You gotta pay 100 to get in.
What are you donating, Reem? Essential oils, Palo Santo.
You know what I'm gonna donate? I'm gonna donate a can opener.
That's
Just
You
in case
should
niggas
donate.
bring
You should,
canned goods.
you should
That's smart.
donate one of your big paintings so the homeless could burn it and keep themselves warm. Because that's all. That's all that shit's good for.
oh my god.
Fight-
If I give it to a homeless brother, they'll be able to move into a mansion and get 5 Maseratis. They'll sell that shit.
Oh my god.
5 Mazzies
5.
and a mansion.
Yep, and a mansion.
Oh
Off
my
one.
lord. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's going on definitely. And another good episode, man.
Yeah,
It was great.
Feeling good, feeling great. Speak. Thank you once again
Thank
for
you for
coming
having
through.
me. I too am feeling good, feeling great.
It's
I'm
the
just
man-
gonna steal all your catchphrases.
You could, man. It's the man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent. Some ladies do call me Superman. It's your boy Big Cali.
Kelly K on the building.
rare ArtGoon, Stream Half.
Speaking.
And it's ArtGoon Radio. Peace.
When I die, bury me inside that motherfucking oxo. Tell all the kids I'm a legend like Picasso. Use sunflowers to decorate my grave and spread all my ashes in the lights of a rave. I'm a day one bad bitch, take no captives. Break bread, crack ribs, Grand Prix practice. Past chap lips, nothing but the gossip. System of a down.
You're tuned into ArtGoon Radio, brought to you by UTB Worldwide. Download our app, available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It's just a lifestyle. Don't trip.